I hit 4-1 right around the 22-yard line. So I run a 4-1 22. If he runs a 4-1,
so
that would just rip the cover off this building. That would be incredible. So he's putting his money out. He would put his money where his mouth is for sure, because that would make him a ton of cash. I love that. So anybody out there that thinks that Shedeur Sanders is sounding too cocky, just listen to Isaiah Bond. I love that. That was great. And he goes tomorrow.
Let's go to what's more likely before we lose you, because I know that you're going to be needing to get back in that empty chair next to you.
Yes.
But let's go to what's more likely, shall we?
What's more likely?
Never say never, but never.
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
Hey,
Oh
how
my
are
God.
you?
Susie,
How
Sarah,
are
you
you?
good? You look great over there.
Thanks, honey.
Rich, what's up, man?
Hey,
Hey, how's the shrimp cocktail?
it's correct. I don't have that, and
You
know
would
I don't
never
have
have
that.
a shrimp cocktail.
Sarah, does he do this at home?
TJ, you look great
Where
over
he
there.
just
What's up, man?
he spends 30 seconds getting to the point. Like, does that happen at home?
Listen to me. I'm like not getting to the point. I'm like,
we don't talk at home. Hey, Rich, what's more likely to be the higher total? QBs taken in the first round or star free agents that the Bengals re-sign?
Good one. That's a good one.
ooh.
I will go quarterbacks in the first round, because it could technically be 4, depending on what we see on Saturday and how the free agent market shakes out. Everybody's here saying that Quinn Ewers was hurt and he's going to spin it tomorrow and he's going to put himself in a conversation. I'm hearing that a little bit. And Jackson Dart, who will throw tomorrow. But I will say that the Bengals will sign 2, if not 3, obviously, at the max. And it's possible that 3, if not 4, go in the first round once everything shakes out.
That should be pretty fun. I can't wait
That's
to
a
see.
good one.
I can't wait to see Quinn. Rich, if you like
See,
that
if you'd
one,
only gotten to it sooner.
if
it
you
would have
like
been
that
great.
one, you're gonna love this one. More likely to
Okay.
be the larger number: Brock Purdy's annual average salary when he gets his new deal, or
Okay.
points that Steph Curry scored last night.
Okay. That was 56, right? 56.
Correct.
Okay. I will go with Brock Purdy. We'll have the bigger number.
That's insane.
That's
Like, what are we
insane.
doing?
Yeah, just to
outta
piss
here.
you off.
Oh, I hate
just
you.
To, it's gonna
That's
it's
so
gonna
awful.
happen.
What are we?
It's going to happen.
He's
It's
gonna get
going to
$57
happen.
million a year.
Oh, I just hope it's 56.1 million a year. That's all I want. I want it just a titch above what Steph shot with his 12 threes. But I like you bringing NBA headlines into your axe grind against Brock Purdy, and as well, just I guess the entire system on how quarterbacks are paid writ large.
Yeah, it's
But
not
I will go
personal
Brock
against
Purdy.
Brock Purdy. It's more against the system.
Not at all.
Rich, more likely Hall of Famer who's going to make one last run to have a better 2025. Travis Kelce, who said he's coming back yesterday, or Aaron Rodgers, who might be going to the New York Giants.
I'm going to go with Travis Kelce, because the odds that Aaron Rodgers joins a team as talented as the Kansas City Chiefs will be less than. So I will go with Travis Kelce and over Aaron Rodgers, because I have no idea if Aaron Rodgers is going to have as much around him as Kelce clearly has. So I'll go Travis Kelce there.
Okay, let's talk quarterbacks. I did have a Matthew Stafford one, but his announcement that he's coming back to LA kind of changed that, so we pivoted.
What was it anyway?
Oh, it was just going to be the news we'd get first, like Stafford or Sam Darnold. But let's go quarterback to have a new home for 2025, or a home in 2025. Russell Wilson or Sam Darnold?
Oh man,
Who we got to hear from first?
And I can't do both. We can't hear from. Okay, we'll hear from Darnold first. I mean, that's
Darnold first.
That's a given.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely. Whether it's the Tuesday deadline for the Vikings, just say we're going to franchise tag you to keep our options open, and then get some form of compensation for him, or somebody goes ahead and signs him a week and a half later. Russ, I don't think anybody is going to be. I shouldn't say that. If he shows up in Newark Airport, you just know he's about to sign somewhere. So keep an eye on the Terminal A Auntie Anne's pretzels, in Newark, New Jersey. So I'll go with Darnold on that one.
Rich, we just heard from Isaiah Bond. Isaiah Bond. He intends to break the record, but is it more likely he does break the record, or the Lakers finishes the 2 seed in the West?
Ooh.
I will say the Lakers finish the 2 seed in the West. I mean, man, more doubles last night.
They keep
for
winning.
Luka and LeBron, and they are the kings of the 60-point first halves and just crushing it. And I think they could easily be the 2 seed. Breaking this record is really tough. It would be wild if it goes in back-to-back years with the former teammates, obviously from the same college. So I'll go with the Lakers is more likely.
All right, Rich, last one. Let's talk a little baseball, man. Already Ellie De La Cruz is filling up my timeline. And we know we saw Ronald Acuna go a 30-70 season. But is it more likely Ellie goes 40-80? Or Shohei leads the National League in wins and home runs?
40-70.
Shohei Ohtani. No, it's Shohei Ohtani. I'll go Shohei Ohtani, just because of a few things. One, 40-80 is crazy. That's nuts. Ohtani just needing to go 5 1/3 and already having a 7-run lead after the first inning because he and the rest of the Pacific Rim that joined the team is going to do something along with him. Is absolutely more doable in my mind. And plus, you cannot discount the intangible of Mike Del Tufo jumping on the bandwagon. I think just bringing it all full circle is making my point right there.
Hey, Rich.
Yes.
Hey, it's TJ here. How you doing, man?
Yeah. It's
I know.
Yeah, I know.
Well, we haven't spoken since you've been on, and I just wanted to say hi to you. I'm sipping mimosas. I'm feeling good. I know you're busy in Indy. I was just wondering, maybe you didn't know this, you didn't hear this news, but Juan Soto went yard again today.
Okay. All right. That's great.
Has Aaron Judge done anything? Is he even at camp?
Yeah, he's at camp.
Are you sure?
Yeah, he went yard off of Gary
Have we
Cole.
seen him?
He went yard
He
off of
just
Gary
showed
Cole.
off his new pink glove with his daughter's name on
I did
it.
see the pink glove. That's right. I did see the pink
Everybody
glove.
just
Good dad
back
alert.
off.
Cool.
The power of the girl dad
Does he have
is
a
going
mustache
to
yet
be one.
and a beard?
Okay, whatever. Enjoy.
We hate the pink stuff.
Enjoy it.
Did you see
what you-
Marcelo Myers home run yesterday? Oh, baby.
No, now, seriously, Sarah, I'll ask you this before I tap out here. Mets, Yankees, or Red Sox, which team is most likely, what's more likely for you, more likely to have more wins out of those three this year?
Mets, Yankees,
Mets,
or Red Sox?
Red Sox. Yeah. Rank it for
Man.
me in terms of most wins.
And that's a really good question.
Is this
I
like a
only
start
asked those.
bench cut?
I mean, I feel like
No. This is a what's more likely.
Okay.
it's hard
Yeah,
because
fold it in.
the Yankees just got Max Fried, but Max
Yes.
Fried gets a lot of blisters, so you're probably going to miss 15 games with him. So,
15.
you know,
Okay.
then you lost a starting pitcher who's going to be a reliever. The Red Sox have really stacked up on pitching this year, but they haven't exactly stacked up on offense except for Bregman. So I'll disappoint both of you and say the Mets.
Wow. And you didn't even ask her about the Braves.
And also, it was a 40-70 season by Acuna, not a 30-70 season. So
That's why we keep you.
that's 10 home runs, which you'll probably need this year, Christopher.
Is now a bad time to tell you that we would both like the Shador Sanders necklace for Valentine's Day next year, guys? Just saying. All right, go to work.
Bye, Rich.
Bye, Rich.
Okay.
Hey, listen,
Have fun.
if you miss your flight home, I'll do the show next week.
You're already
I'm
wearing his jacket.
I'm
You're
very
not
well
gonna-
aware of that.
This
You're
one.
probably calling Delta. You're probably calling Delta right now to tell him to delay the flight. I'm sure.
Sorry, I think we lost him. I think we lost
so
him.
much.
All right, Rich, have a great show. It's time
Yeah,
for a
TJ's getting in
sports
position.
update with Rich Ackerman.
Infinity Sports Network. Sports Flash.
Oh, Matthew Stafford is now off the market after flirtations with a couple of teams. He's headed back to the Rams on a restructured deal. Teams such as the Raiders and Giants that were interested now have to turn to a plan B, which might be drafting a quarterback, or in the Giants' case, according to reports, they have been in talks with Aaron Rodgers. Shedeur Sanders is a chip off the old block and certainly doesn't lack for confidence. That was on display today at the scouting combine where he met the media. He does have a track record of success, turning around programs at 2 schools to fall back on, and said that experience is exactly what should make him attractive to NFL teams.
We went from Jackson State to Colorado and changed 2 programs back to back. So you don't think I could come to an NFL franchise and change a program again? It's history. We done it again. It's always going to repeat itself.
In the NBA tonight, the Pistons, coming off a win over the Celtics, have won 8 in a row and will look to extend their winning streak against Denver, which is coming off a loss last night in Milwaukee. Meanwhile, the Celtics will host the Cavaliers, who have also won 8 straight. I'm Rich Ackerman.
Hey, like us on Facebook. Our handle is INF Sportsnet. That's INF Sportsnet for our Facebook page. This is the Infinity Sports Network.
I've just been feeling so sluggish lately. You should try the Metamucil 2-Week Challenge. The Metamucil 2-Week Challenge? Yeah, Metamucil 4-in-1 Fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Start your daily routine now, and in 2 weeks, you could be feeling great. Well, it's been 2 weeks. How you feeling? Lighter and feeling great.
If you want to feel lighter by promoting digestive health, sign up to take the 2-week challenge at Metamucil.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Help! My cat needs saving!
Oh no. Has he tried Navy Federal Credit Union? They have lots of great savings and investing options.
What? No, he needs help.
Well, with Navy Federal's financial advisors and online tools, he can get all the help he needs. Whew, got him.
Good catch.
Sign up at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Savings products insured by NCUA. Investment products are not insured, not obligations of Navy Federal, and may lose value.
Welcome to TGL, presented by SoFi, golf's newest league. It's sharp and it's electric. How is it sharp? How is it electric? Good questions. Try this on for size. 2 hours of hammer dropping, overtime, forcing, playoffs on the line, golf. With 24 of the best players from the PGA Tour. Split into 6 teams. Atlanta, Boston, Jupiter, LA, New York, and the Bay. This isn't your average Sunday pickup game. Tune in to TGL Monday night, only on ESPN. Keep up. It's golf.
Huge news. Right now at Wendy's, you can get a Son of Baconator for just $3. I don't think you understand this situation. The Son of Baconator is only $3 for a limited time. You know, smoked bacon, rich melted cheese. That Son of Baconator is only $3. Thank you to whoever wished upon that star. For bacon that just won't quit, gotta be Wendy's.
U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii, not valid on a combo or in third-party delivery platforms.
This is a Pirate Radio Sports Break. I'm Shirley Rhodes. In women's college basketball, 6th-ranked South Carolina defeated Ole Miss 75-59. 20th-ranked Alabama beat 7th-ranked LSU in overtime 88-85. Top-ranked Texas beat Mississippi State 68-64. It was number 5 UConn over Creighton 72-52. Fuquay-Varina native Sarah Strong had 22 points for the Huskies. Number 16 Duke beat 8th-ranked North Carolina 68-53. This has been a Pirate Radio Sports Break. I'm Shirley Rhodes.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in the ENC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kids Scene.
Y'all come get bugged up.
Hey Pirate Nation, be sure to have the best and comfortable shoes with a stop at Fleet Feet. This is ECU alum Chris Lunyon, owner of Fleet Feet of Greenville, and we provide solutions through one-on-one service to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Come visit us at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet, we run for you.
Looking for the best craft beers, wine, and mead in Greenville? Visit Tub Thumpers Beverage House at 623 Red Banks Road. They're your one-stop shop for a unique selection of local brews, fine wines, and handcrafted meads. They also have your favorite domestic beers at great prices. Whether you're stocking up for a special occasion or just exploring new flavors, they've got something for every taste. With expert advice and great prices, Tub Thumpers is the place to find the perfect drink for any occasion. Stop by Tub Thumpers Beverage House today, where your next favorite drink is waiting.
Do life stresses have you feeling exhausted? Do your golf, tennis, and workouts have your body aching? If so, Kyra's Float and Wellness Studio has your solution. Come visit us at 2800 East 10th Street and try our services like our float therapy, which is a private pool containing a saturated solution of Epsom salt that allows you to float effortlessly for ultimate relaxation and therapy. At Kyra's Wellness Studio, we also have an infrared sauna, cold plunge, and salt and halo therapy that will leave your body feeling relaxed and healed. Contact us today at KyrasFloats.com. Kyra's Float and Wellness Studio. Restful intentions.
We all have seniors in our life who may need a little extra help with technology. University PC Care's Quick Helps are affordable, in-store, short appointments designed for seniors who may need a little TLC to help with setting up a new computer, help with email or passwords, or help with the latest online scam. They don't need to fear technology anymore. Call 252-558-1280 to schedule an in-store Quick Helps appointment for Greenville or New Bern. Learn more at universitypccare.com.
Back to the Rich Eisen Show Radio Network. I'm sitting at the Rich Eisen Show desk, furnished by Grainger, with supplies and solutions for every industry. Grainger's got the right product for you. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. Franklin, you've been waiting. Thank you so much. You know I like to empty the banks. What do you got for us?
Hey, good afternoon. So I've been listening to a lot of angst about this tush push from my beloved Philadelphia Eagles. So I have something that I think is a really, really great revamp instead of a ban to it.
Okay.
So hear me out. What about if it's only used in a first down scenario? First down opportunity. So here's the scenario. You get tackled at the 11, well, you can still get a first down, so you can use it. But you get tackled at the 9, you can't use it no more.
Sarah, what do you want to take that one?
They just say you can only use it on first down?
Yeah.
I mean,
first down scenario, yeah.
First down scenario.
Okay. I mean, listen, you're from Georgia, so I want to tend to agree with anything you say, but I don't think it should be banned in any capacity. Sorry. I just feel like if you want to stop the tush push, you better stop them on third and fourth down before they get there.
The only reason, Franklin, and thanks again for your call.
Sorry,
the
Franklin.
only reason to ban the tush push is to get grown men to stop saying tush push all the time.
I know. What happened to brotherly shove?
Brotherly shove. But I kind of feel like we have to ask the rules committee to perhaps come up with a full-time name change. Jimmy, don't go anywhere because we're going to take you in the next segment. But that's my issue, right?
The less we can get men to say tush, the better. Yes.
I'm not going to lie with you. I lied to you. I agree. I think tush push is not something I want to hear out of my husband's mouth anymore. But that's what we deal with at home. Sarah, thank you for coming on. This is so great. Can you come on every 5 seconds? Can you come on every week for Women's Sports Now on the Roku channel, please?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I'll be here every week.
Hey, great idea. And Renee Montgomery, of course, and a player TBD. But this has been a great week. You know I will live in this chair and never leave. Poor Rich. It's exhausting for him. Guys, to everybody here at the Rich Eisen Show, I want to say thank you. This team is incredible. Feel lucky to be a part of it. Have a fantastic weekend, everybody.
Getting your guaranteed maximum refund with TaxSlayer feels like discovering a refund tree has grown in your backyard.
I'm the refund tree.
Sawing off its branches.
Hey.
Feeding them through a wood chipper.
My branches! My beautiful branches!
And dancing in its refund rain. Start for free and get your guaranteed maximum refund. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
Gain a global perspective and specialized skills that many of today's top employers are seeking with an MBA from University of Maryland Global Campus. Study online and complete your degree in just 16 months for about $21K. Choose from MBA specializations in global business, marketing, HR, finance, and more. Classes start March 12th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
If you missed Pirate Radio Live, you missed
play-by-play voice for ECU football and a little bit of hoops, as it turns out, as well. Jim Zoke. I'm a big J. Shane Woodard fan, and he got his hand on just about every ball, every possession on Sunday. He was a lot of fun to watch. Anything else kind of stand out to you like that?
I thought Trevi LeBeau had an outstanding game. Both him and J. Shane were very efficient on the floor with the block shots, stand out, the steals, all that hustle stuff. The loose balls, the steals, the block shots. When you have that makes a big difference.
Pirate Radio Live, weekdays from 3 to 6, right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Homeowners can face many challenges throughout this season, but our newest New Blue star, Dixon Williams, is here to slide in and save the day. Have a clog that's hitting a foul ball and nothing seems to be getting through? Dixon's fixing to get you flowing again. Feeling like your HVAC's in a slump? Dixon's sliding in to get your comfort back on track. Are swinging blind in a power outage? Dixon is delivering a power boost. So when problems arise, turn home strikeouts into home runs with New Blue electric, plumbing, and air.
You know, texting while driving is
Save a load on a new John Deere compact utility tractor and loader from Quality Equipment. It's never been easier to get the best brand on the market at an unbeatable cash price or with great financing at our lowest ever monthly payment. Now is the time to get that tractor package you've been dreaming of to get your next job done right. Stop by one of our 36 locations in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia, or visit us online at qualityequip.com.
Is your office printer on the fritz? Don't wait days for a repair. This is Walker Allen Volova with CopyPro, where we promise fast 3-hour service on all of your copy equipment. No need to press 1 for English for an overseas service line. All of our calls are answered right here in Greenville. Plus, we offer a free office printing analysis to help you cut cost and boost efficiency. We'll show you exactly how to save money on ink, toner, and energy. For reliable, fast service, call CopyPro today at 1-800-682-6558 and see how we can help your office run more efficiently. CopyPro, fast service, smarter printing, bringing more value to your business.
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Vaughn. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
It's bow time. Bojangles' new chicken rice bowl is built bold from the bottom up, with classic Bojangles flavor packed into every bite. Starting with a base of our signature dirty rice, we pile on even more flavor with Cajun pintos, then your choice of boldly seasoned grilled chicken or our iconic Supremes. Top it off with a sprinkle of cheese, and if you want to add some heat, add a dash of Texas Pete. Head to Bojangles and try the new chicken rice bowl for a limited time. It's bow time.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
Clip. Hey, man, good to see you, brother.
Hey, Jared, how much of that cake did you eat yesterday?
How much did you eat?
Claude Lemieux, he is the brother of this famous hockey player. Pepe Le Pew. Little John.
What in the world?
This is why Cliff makes the big bucks. He's the king of Greenville. This is why right here, right?
He's a great communicator.
At the Burlington... I have no idea what the just happened.
Please call in and air your underwear.
Bro, what are we doing here?
Bro.
Just a bunch of dudes sitting in a room talking into sticks, man.
There's a very low percentage of this that is smiles and glory holes. very low percentage.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Well, welcome in to a Friday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here with you inside the Pirate Radio studios. What a gorgeous day for some baseball at Clark LeClaire Stadium. Keith LeClaire Classic going on this weekend. We'll talk about that. We'll talk Pirate Hoops and East Carolina football. We got a schedule release to discuss. Thank you for tuning in today on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930, online, pr927fm.com. And we'd love for you to come hang out with us on YouTube, Pirate Radio TV. Got a new video up today. We'll try to get to the audio of it on the show. Alex Harper, he's a busy man, but we got him down here to the studio earlier today. He's continuing his quest for his new favorite NFL team, knocked out 4 more teams. That video is available on Pirate Radio TV right now. We'll try to get to the audio of that on this show, but a lot of guests to get to, including Brian North coming up here on the program. Tony Dunn will join us. Got the combine going on in the NFL. Morgan Ahlers. We'll talk about Senior Day at Minges Coliseum coming up on Sunday. And also some Pirate football, Pirate baseball as well. And Bruce Bivens, who we had just a few years ago on our show on the Players Lounge each and every week during the football season as an East Carolina linebacker. He is now Director of Player Development at ECU, so we'll talk about his new role. We'll welcome him in the Pirate Radio studios coming up at 4 o'clock. We got Shirley Rhodes producing. We got intern Will, a.k.a. Billy Flows, a.k.a.
Bill F.
We got J-Bone. Jared Watkins here for a few minutes before he heads out to Clark LeClaire. Hello, Jared.
Hey-o.
Good to see you. We got Ellerby, head of the table. That means there is big news regarding either Pirate Radio or East Carolina. We'll get to that in a moment. And we've got left side.
Strong side.
Chandler Honeycutt here on a Friday. Hey, Sean.
What's up, Clipper? Happy Friday.
Same to you, pal. All right. What's up, Ellerby?
What's up, guys? Got some news breaking across social media and the web world today that should get everybody very interested and exciting about East Carolina, and of course Pirate Radio as a big part of what we do here, of what the news was today.
I talked about this yesterday. I had a spidey sense feeling on the way into the studio that we were going to have a schedule release yesterday, and my spidey sense was about 24 hours off. It happened today, about an hour ago, the 2025 ECU schedule dropping, and it is an interesting schedule. I would say a unique schedule. Maybe, Ellerby, 2 things that have never happened before in the history of an ECU football schedule. Those 2 things being okay, check that. One thing, because we do have a home game in October. I was going to say no home games for an entire month, but we do have a home game in October. No Saturday games in the entire month of October.
Period.
Like
no East Carolina. You will have every Saturday off in October if you're an East Carolina fan. So
I'm going to say that's a first.
That's for to have one of the core months of September, October, November, to have a Saturday off. I would say that is a first. I mean, maybe something screwy. I don't even think that's ever happened in like November, even with the Thanksgiving weekend and everything. The crazy thing when the calendar flips to November, it's East Carolina's scheduled right now every Saturday in November. So, but yeah, there's 2 middle games in the month of October at Tulane on October 9th and at home against Tulsa on October 16th. That's the only 2 games East Carolina will play football in the month of October, both on a Thursday night, and really, really amazing. And the crazy thing is, Clip, as we were talking earlier before the show started, is that the potentially the only home game until November 8th that may be on a Saturday, maybe that Campbell game, because they have asterisks by BYU and the Army games, which are at home in September, that could be moved to either Friday, or the Army game, which could be moved to Thursday. So very, very interesting times that non-Saturday games are becoming more of a norm here with Pirate football.
So We'll go over the whole thing real quick and then break down the non-Saturday stuff. And we're getting comments in the YouTube. One pro for having all the non-Saturday games and one con for non-Saturday games. Pirates will open up on the road at NC State on a Thursday, August the 26th. They then come back home for Campbell Saturday, September 6th. By the way, no kickoff times for these yet. We'll get those.
Even the NC State game does not have a kickoff time on that Thursday, which got moved. When did that get moved? Like earlier in the month of February? Is that when we found that out?
Yeah. So after Campbell at home at Coastal, Saturday the 13th, and then we get the first kind of asterisk game. BYU at home could be Friday the 19th or Saturday the 20th, TBD. The following week, Army says it could be Thursday, September 15th, or
September 25th.
25th, I'm sorry, or Saturday, September 27th. That would be kind of brutal for the Pirates if they have to play on a Saturday and then a Thursday, or even a Friday then a Thursday.
I kind of feel like those two are tied in together, that the BYU game goes Friday, the Army game goes Thursday. I think they kind of go hand in hand, don't you think?
I was thinking the other way, if it goes Friday then Saturday. Or just if BYU gets moved, I don't know.
I just kind of, I mean, honestly, I don't think ESPN really cares about East Carolina in the big picture. And I think if they can get the most bang for their buck for BYU on a Friday, then they'll do that. And then same thing with Army. I mean, those are obviously two teams that have a national brand and a national following. So I mean, East Carolina could potentially get a Saturday Thursday there with two tough opponents.
Well, when we went up to BYU, it was a Friday night game, so maybe that's taken into effect. I don't know.
Then we get to our first off week, that the first weekend in October. Then the Pirates go Thursday night, October 9th at Tulane, followed by Thursday night at home against Tulsa, and then another bye week. So your October goes bye week, Thursday on the road, Thursday at home, bye week. Very strange October.
I mean, no one here at the Pirate Radio Studios on a Saturday. I mean, it is a very, very, very strange. Not very good from an economic standpoint for local businesses and a lot of other things. It's not good to have all these games on non-Saturdays. I mean, I will say that. I mean, I look at the September, and I think if that BYU and Army game goes to a Friday, Thursday, completely crushes the downtown association here with Free Boot Fridays. That means they lose two events just off the bat, just like that, with no control. The only free boot would be that Friday, September 5th, right there before the Campbell game, and maybe they'll get creative and try to do other things, but those events are really designed the Friday before home football games, and if you're playing on a Friday, or if you're playing on a Thursday, it's going to be, to do it afterwards. It's just...
Especially early in the season when the weather's good and everything before it gets cold.
Yeah, so I look at those. Also look at, of course, high school football. A game gets moved to a Friday. It causes a lot of chaos for our buddy Brian Bailey. Can't wait to hear his take on Monday on his program. And, of course, when he appears on Pirate Radio Live about the potential of, Friday nights in September, that certainly they put a lot of effort and so much into their Touchdown Friday and all that other stuff. But definitely... it gives you a lot of flexibility as a fan to travel on those October weekends. And if you're a busy person that has like college age kids at different schools or obligations to, like, if your wife is a different fan of a different base, I guess you can accomplish of going to a lot of different games and doing other things when the Pirates are playing on these non-Saturdays.
We get back to traditional Saturdays in November. This one worries me. November 1st at Temple. November 1st is my birthday. That was the start of the Temple curse. It was my birthday. We had all Outcast on the pregame music. We were loving it, living it up in here. And then the Pirates went there, ranked, cold weather, lost the game. And
was that 2015?
Set off a
2014.
Just set off dominoes.
Has the curse been alive for 10 years now?
No, the curse has been broken. I just don't want to start a new one.
at Temple on my birthday.
Because that curse lasted, what, 3 seasons?
It seemed like a very long time.
Yeah.
All I hear is the Hawaii Brady Bunch little theme curse running in my head when you say curse on your birthday.
And the tarantula.
Yeah, ECU playing Temple. So I didn't know if we need to plan. We need to keep that in mind and maybe plan ahead and have you sit in a different seat, wear a different clothes so we don't get another curse.
Speaking of curses, the following week we have Charlotte.
No more Biff Poggi.
Biff's out.
The greatest coach in college football history, maybe.
The associate head coach at Michigan.
So it'll be at Temple on a Saturday, the 1st. After that, the 8th, Charlotte at home. After that, Memphis.
I haven't seen them in a while.
I know.
I feel like the last time we saw them was that like 4
Classic.
overtime.
We only play classics.
Yeah.
Against Memphis. And then at UTSA to wrap up. Not wrap up November, because we have one November 29th at FAU.
Thanksgiving in Florida.
To wrap up the season. So 5 November games, the way the schedule works out.
In Boca Raton.
Now, you don't mind working on your birthday on the 1st there of November, Clip, with all those Saturdays off in October?
Look,
can you work in some birthday cake and some other celebrations during October instead of that? We can do something here for you at the studio on November 1st.
This is the greatest schedule I've ever seen in my life.
You are extra chipper there,
like
Clipper.
Personally, because all those Saturdays off as a football fan is awesome.
Labor Day weekend off.
And October, no Saturday games. Like the slates are going to be awesome in October.
I was already looking at them. The SEC and Big Ten and all that. So we'll get our Pirate football during the midweek. Thursdays, and then enjoy other football on the weekends. John Moody, first of all, said, I got a little taco meat on my chest. If we can find that, Shirley.
Got a little taco meat on my chest.
John says, the older I get, the more I appreciate non-Saturday football games. The potential for 6 straight non-football weekends in the fall is glorious. So he is pro Thursday. Joel says, you know what really grinds my gears? Only 3 confirmed home Saturday games. Also preparing for a Thursday or Saturday when you travel sucks. Kenny says, 3 non-Saturday football games? What the H? Not only are you going to kill attendance, but it also hurts the local economy. I know everyone who's paying for tailgating spots is getting screwed.
I'd also like to hear from our out-of-town Pirates. And, of course, I mean, as we mentioned, the BYU and Army game is a slash right now. So they could be Saturdays, and if those turn into Saturdays, then you would have 5 Saturday games at home at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium if both those stay as Saturdays, which, I mean, obviously, if you live in Raleigh, Charlotte, Durham, I mean, if you're traveling from outside a maybe a 30 to 40 minute parameter, that these non-Saturday games definitely become more difficult on school nights and other things. Obviously, the BYU game on a Friday, don't really see. I mean, that is getting off work a little bit early and coming in for a Pirate football game, not as big of a deal as the potential of 2 Thursday home games. But maybe in the chat, if there's any out-of-town Pirates dialed in today, maybe they can comment on their thoughts of their commitment to come into non-Saturday home games.
And ECU doesn't control any of this.
No.
And in fact, Ellerby, do we control the times for ESPN Plus games, or is that given to us as well?
I think there is some input, if I had to, and this was after this schedule release and other stuff, and got spring football getting ready to start, and it'll be good to get some input from John Gilbert and the administration over at East Carolina University, have them back on the program coming up in the month of March, and but certainly there's so little control. I mean, everything. I mean, basically you sign your life away to the American Conference, and then the American Conference signs their life away to their television partners and media partners and whatever it is. So absolutely. The one big thing with Thursday night football too is who if you're looking for eyeballs. I mean, obviously Pirate Nation is going to dial in and watch the games, but who's the NFL putting up against East Carolina on a Thursday night? Although I believe aren't their Thursday night games on a more of a streaming service now?
Prime.
So it's not on traditional television, although I don't really know how much that affects people this day and age. I think everybody is so used to just going wherever the game is. If it's on Netflix, as we've seen with the NFL this past season, or ESPN Plus. ESPN Plus I don't hear the objections of when the Pirates are playing on ESPN Plus anymore in basketball or baseball or even football. So it seems like if there's a will, there's an easier way for access to more people to have it. It used to be maybe only one or two of your friends would be able to stream the game, but now it seems like everybody has access to their friend.
Let's look at it from a toughness/interest standpoint, month by month, and go through it real quick. Campbell doesn't count; it's an FCS game, but 4 other September games, end of August for state. I'll include that one in September. Let's look at the first 4 FBS games: at State, at Coastal, BYU, Army. I mean, is East Carolina a dog in 3 of those games?
I think they're dog in
or all of those games.
They're a dog in every game except Campbell.
Coastal too.
I'm saying we're not a dog at Coastal.
It's on the road. I don't know what Coastal's. Yeah, I have no idea what. I mean, that's the
Does
one
Army
thing.
have their quarterback back too?
I think if we had Phil Steele right now, he might be able to give us some insight to the.
I don't even know about that.
To the Coastal makeup, but I mean, their roster could still change after spring football, just like the East Carolina roster could change after spring football with the transfer portal and everything. The only thing I look at that schedule and you see a Coastal Carolina on there, and traditionally you'd be like, "Ooh, that looks good," but it's a road game. And we all know how hard it is to win on the road. So I just think, man, BYU and the Big 12, they're coming off a really good season. We saw what Army has brought to the table the last few years and what East Carolina did. I mean, Army was the last game Mike Houston coached last year before Blake Harrell took over. So I think the first 5 games, obviously the Campbell game is a much needed one right there to open up the home slate. But man, it's a tough start for ECU.
Army has North Texas at home before coming here to Greenville, for those curious, on a Saturday.
What about Coastal? Let's look up their schedule to see what they're doing the first couple of weeks of the football season. And I mean,
Jared, you look that up as I get to October.
I mean, September 13th. Where is Coastal the couple of weeks before? Are they on a road at a tough opponent or what? Jared's looking that up for us.
It's going to be similar to last year, where things lighten up a little bit the second half. But October, you've got at Tulane. Pirates will be an underdog in that one. Tulsa at home. Pirates will be what I think will be a pretty hefty favorite in that game. Those are your 2 October games.
Tulsa switched coaches, though, right? They got rid of Kevin Wilson. And they brought in.
I know Ryan Switzer was their interim, and he's now back as the wide receiver coach.
Yeah, but they made some changes in Tulsa.
Trey Lamb.
And from Coastal, they play Virginia to open up the season, and then Charleston Southern before East Carolina.
So they get
there. They're at Virginia.
Yeah, got to be
at UVA, and then have a home game with Charleston Southern, and then so they kind of. I mean, we're playing Campbell, they're playing Charleston Southern.
And they have South Carolina right after us. So
that's a big game for Coastal Carolina too. Yeah, that East Carolina game.
November, Pirates will be favorites on the road at Temple. They'll be favorites at home against Charlotte.
Yes, they will.
Interested to see where Memphis is at that point in the season and where East Carolina is, but that is always a fun game. At UTSA, they kind of dropped off a little last year, but they still have my coach, Jeff Traylor. Ellerby, great coach.
Why is he your guy?
I don't know. We did the coach rankings, and I think I had him number 1 2 years ago, and
forgot about that.
He's been good. And then at FAU to wrap it up. So the schedule looks a little
FAU with a new coach as well.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna have to go through that at some. We'll do a whole segment show on all the
Charlotte with a new coach, Temple with a new coach.
Yeah.
I mean, there's always. I mean, the one thing, the word "new" in college football is always. I mean, like new quarterback, new coach, new team, almost sometimes, just based on what's going to happen and how we look at the schedule. Obviously, I mean, it's just today, but after really, I think the spring transfer portal and other things that are going to go on, it's really, I mean, it's going to be interesting to look at. But the schedule is it's an interesting one for sure with no Saturday Octobers. That's a fun thing to look at.
No matchup against Navy for the first time since 2018.
Hey, thank goodness.
Yeah.
I mean, good riddance to Navy for a while. I was thinking about just some of the other schedules that have been kind of a little bizarre, and we talked about it earlier before the show. 2006, we had 5 straight home games with 1 bye week. during the Skip Holtz era. I don't know if people remember that. And then Jarrett, you brought this up in 2022. It was Holt and Ahlers last year. We had 4 straight home games in September. Opened with State, lost, beat Old Dominion at home, beat Campbell at home, and then lost to Navy in overtime. And I remember those 2022, those 4 straight home games of tailgating on a Saturday in Greenville. So sometimes it's like, man, now you go from that extreme just a few years ago of opening up the season to now in the month of October, you won't even be around Dowdy Ficklin Stadium on a Saturday unless you just happen to be going for a walk or a pleasure ride. So certainly the football scheduling folks have a sense of humor.
I do like how it's broken up home and away.
John Moody, who is pretty in tune with TV schedules, says, I feel like ESPN will want a nationally ranked BYU game for the Friday night spotlight and would also want Army on a rare Thursday night primetime for the network.
Get us a BYU schedule before they come that fourth week or that third week in September, but the fourth game for East Carolina. So I wonder what they would be looking at coming into East Carolina on because BYU. A lot of people do forget that no longer independent. Big 12 football. The Big 12.
It's the Big 12.
So, yeah, they have Portland State, Stanford, and then East Carolina. And then after that, they start conference play against Colorado.
So they only play 2 games.
So when's their bye? Is it before ECU?
Yeah.
Great.
Wow. So I mean,
Jeez.
That could be definitely a Friday. So they play Portland State, Stanford bye week, and then
travel here.
So if they're ranked preseason, they'll probably be 2-0. And
I could see them as the Friday night feature on September the 19th.
Yeah.
Traveling across country. If you want to isolate, you want to get that big following Mormon audience, and get them on a Friday and spotlight that team from the Big 12, then it's a big opportunity for East Carolina to have a big upset on a Friday night that could carry over into Saturday college game day.
Yeah.
So you got to look at it as a huge opportunity for East Carolina to be hosting a team like BYU that week.
Jarrett, no Mormon jokes. I think Billy Weaver and I had a couple on the 5th quarter, and Ellerby with Power Radio got some strongly worded emails.
Yeah.
No Mormon jokes.
Yeah, not going to do anything too egregious.
And we could also...
I said no Mormon jokes.
None at all.
No, none.
Not
none.
even like a...
None.
All right.
None. Not even...
How many John Gilbert?
None. Yes. That's off the air, too.
Yeah. Take them out of your whole life.
I have my First Amendment right off the air. I can say whatever.
Well, let's look at that BYU game. If they come in 2-0, what if the Pirates shock the world, and beat State back-to-back? I think that would be a shocking win.
I don't think the world would be shocked.
Maybe not the world. But
people in North Korea, our leader sucks, we're starving, but hey, East Carolina.
They beat Campbell, beat Coastal Carolina. What if we have a 3-0 and a 2-0 team?
No North Korea jokes.
What? You're really
No jokes at all.
Wait, are you playing the role of the former host of Live at 5 doing the Can You Imagine?
Can you imagine?
It's Can You Imagine time.
Well, Jarrett's at the other end of the table offending everybody. And maybe he's not joking. Maybe he's serious about his Mormon takes and his South Korean takes. Maybe
North Korea. Their people are starving and their leader does suck. That's not even a joke.
Oh, wow.
Could you imagine if they had food? All right, there is your 2025 ECU football schedule release. Chandler, you've been quiet. I want to hear your take.
I like the schedule. It's definitely interesting. Last year, the back-to-back Thursday games I found interesting, and we're getting that again this year.
Who'd we play?
FAU and Temple?
No, Tulsa.
Tulsa
on the road, Temple here at home. So I thought that was interesting. We're getting that again in October. I'm glad to see Memphis back on the schedule. Like you said, I think that's a great matchup. It's been a really good game the past few meetings for the Pirates. And that first bowl appearance after about, a 5 or 6 year drought, we got that 6th win at Memphis. I believe that was in overtime. So,
are you more interested or are you excited about the schedule?
Can I do both?
No, I asked you either or.
Oh, my God.
It's like North Korea or South Korea. You got to pick one.
Because I know my answer.
I'm excited. Excitement time.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I know Clip's excited.
Yeah, this is great.
Is it
Shirley? Shirley, are you excited?
Shirley,
no birthday game for you. No birthday game. Of course, your birthday's not really on a Saturday or anything this year, but
actually, I think it falls on a Monday this year, Monday or Tuesday.
I mean, you can come in on Saturdays if you want, but I won't be here.
No, because actually I was waiting for the schedule to come out because I am in the process of planning a 50th birthday bash the weekend. Now that I've found out that we have a Thursday night football game, that means I can schedule it on a Saturday.
Ooh.
And I can have a big blowout.
Are we invited?
Oh, yeah. Save the date.
You know what I used to do a long time ago that I might do again this year? I used to look at when the NFL schedule comes out, Washington home games compared to ECU off dates. I haven't done that in a decade plus. But Jaden Daniels has changed my entire life. I might actually look at that this year.
With this plethora of Thursday night games, the Raiders do travel to Washington this season.
I think it's something to look at, Bone.
When's the NFL schedule come out?
It's normally like around May 11th, May 12th.
That took forever.
While the Violator's talking, could you please be quiet? That's the Violator speaking, dude.
He paid for that.
Let's see. Last year, the NFL schedule
It's always like early mid-May.
May. Yep, mid-May. There you go. Wake up, Maggie.
It's going to be May.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. More Pirate Radio Live here on a Friday. A lot to talk about. Hoops, baseball. You're off to baseball.
Yes.
Have fun.
To the Keith Leclerc Classic, Game 1.
You out, boss man?
Yeah, I'm going to let you guys take over this schedule and see if you can say interesting a few more times, Chandler.
It is interesting.
Very, very interesting. Back with you after these words.
Winter is here, but Stroud's Marine in Greenville is still your go-to spot for your boat projects and repairs. Now's the perfect time to get your boat ready for when the warm weather comes. Don't wait till spring. They've got you covered with outboard parts at great prices. Plus, they're running clearance sales on select items, so you can get ready for next season without breaking the bank. Stay up to date with the latest deals, parts, and promotions by following them on social media. Stop by the shop at 865 Rivet Street in Greenville. For more information, head to StroudsMarine.com. Stroud's Marine, your best source for salvaged outboard parts.
At a theme park, you might have to choose between a great deal or the best experience.
Wow, total access is expensive.
But with US Cellular Prepaid, getting a great deal doesn't mean sacrificing a great experience. US Cellular has no hidden fees or gimmicks, and now you can get a Samsung Galaxy A16 5G for free. US Cellular Prepaid. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular since 1997. Visit AtlanticWireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Have you heard? Down on Main Street is now open 7 days a week. Stop by today for lunch specials for only $8.99 with delicious features like chicken pastry, spaghetti, meatloaf, hamburger steak, and everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and drinks. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the Neuse. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
UBE and PirateWear.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory of ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking in downtown Greenville. Visit them online at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
I'm here with Jamie Lane with Carolina Hardscapes and Pools. Jamie, what's new?
For starters, we're building our new building out at 5019 Highway 43 South. We've also put together a 10-day pool package.
A 10-day pool package? What does that mean?
Well, people think pools take a long time, but with this package, we break ground and have you swimming in 10 days. Go to CarolinaHardscapesandPools.com or by calling 364-1201. You can stop by our office on Fire Tower Road. We can make your backyard dreams into a reality with landscaping, patios, fireplaces, and outdoor kitchens.
Carolina Hardscapes and Pools.
Enjoy the outdoors.
Overtime's Tavern is officially open in downtown Greenville. Whether you're craving a cold drink, hot meal, or just a place to unwind with friends in a laid-back atmosphere, we've got you covered. Join us daily from 11 a.m. to midnight every day or stick around for our late-night hours on the weekends. Follow Overtime Tavern on Facebook or Instagram for daily specials and events, including live music. OT's is right across from the Sheets on Charles Boulevard in downtown Greenville. Overtime's Tavern, where every hour feels like overtime.
This is Carter Spivey, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Greenville Utilities Neighbor to Neighbor program provides help for those who need temporary assistance in their utility costs, and you can make a difference. Your tax-deductible donation can be added to your GUC bill each month, or you can make a one-time donation, and GUC will match all donations up to $20,000 each year. Consider helping a neighbor with GUC's Neighbor to Neighbor program. Now let's head back into PRL and a quick Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard update. It is 0-0 at the start of the East Carolina Clemson game down in Clemson in the Tiger Invitational. We are actually watching it right here in the studio. We'll watch it until the start of ECU baseball.
They have a body of water behind their complex.
Really?
Hit it in the river.
I mean, it looks like a very
small
small
Didn't even see
man-made
that.
lake or something.
That facility, we had a tournament down in Anderson a couple summers ago, so we got to tour that facility. That facility is actually very nice.
What tournament?
People don't know Will used to play fast pitch softball, women's fast pitch softball.
Yeah. It was just a summer ball tournament. I don't remember the name of it.
Like baseball?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you weren't mentioning the sports. I didn't know what you were talking about.
Clip went on about, he made sure to tell the viewers that I was a baseball player.
3 up, 3 down. East Carolina gets out of the inning. No runs.
Remember as a former player?
When we were talking about uniforms,
were you here that day?
I don't think so.
Jeez. Kenny on YouTube said, "Come on, guys. It's about fans coming to the games, and this schedule is horrible for that.
Come on, guys."
Well, Kenny, what the hell do you want me to do about it? Write a strongly worded letter to ESPN?
Just like that person did that day when Billy Weaver and Clip Brock were making jokes about Mormons.
Do you want me to do the woman meme, calling the police?
Yeah, let me talk to the manager.
Here, you know what? I'm going to call 911. 911, what's your emergency? ECU has too many non-Saturdays.
What's your emergency?
You're talking about
Jim Rome.
Fargus, what's the guy's name?
What's your emergency?
Did you want us to come over and shoot her? Kenny, I don't know what you want me to do about it.
And I'm sorry that you're upset, man.
I mean, I could go cry in the corner, I guess. But I'm excited about it because I'm looking out for number one, me. And for me, this is a great schedule. For you, it might not be.
It's for the fans, man, not you.
I agree. I understand that. That's true. But if you're a fan, how about this? Be a fan and go to the game no matter when it is.
Take off work. Get fired from work.
Problem solved. Go to the game.
And when you get fired from work, you can go to any game you want to.
There you go. Again, maybe it sucks for some fans. But it's out of my control. It's out of your control. There's nothing we can do about it.
I think everybody should get used to it. I think everybody should use this year to condition our brains to get used to this, because in the streaming day and age, this is going to happen a lot more for a lot of teams.
And I don't know if it matters or not, but would you say the better you are, the more chance there's a
scheduling
non-Saturday game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this didn't happen last year because we came off a season where we were 2-10.
Yeah.
So if we go 9-3, 8-4, with a higher bowl game and wins over NC State and BYU, we're gonna get a lot more prime spots.
You know what I say? Bring back Sunday games.
No.
Don't interfere
That's not
with the
even
NFL.
halfway funny.
I'm just thinking about that Tulsa game.
I'm just thinking about you hosting the Bud Light pregame tailgate on an NFL Sunday, since you want them back so bad. And my ass will be watching Jaden Daniels.
I mean, look.
Talking about.
I don't really care that much for Sunday games. I was just saying that. I mean,
I do not want to see a Sunday East Carolina.
and you definitely don't want to see a Sunday game where you have to do the Bud Light pregame tailgate for a second straight day in a row.
I don't know if I've ever been more mad in my life. Didn't Elton John have a song called "The Bitch Is Back"? Well, I was that B. I did. How many we didn't do? Shirley, yeah. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do. I remember it very well.
We did a pregame show for A&T. Is that the team?
Yeah,
that
it
beat
was
us?
A&T.
We did a 4-hour pregame. Went to the game. They didn't have a game because of lightning. And then they played it on a Sunday. How many hours did we do on the Sunday? Was it?
We did the full 4 hours.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did. We did because that's why you were so ticked off.
Did we? We might have only done 2 hours.
No, we did a full 4.
Oh my God, I was so mad.
I do remember that because you hemmed and hawed the entire 4 hours, and look, and I didn't hold it against you because I was just as mad.
Yeah.
Because I felt like it was kind of silly that we had to regurgitate all the same information that we had before.
And it was the first game of the season, so we had talked about the season and that game for months.
Yeah.
And then we did a full 4-hour pregame.
And then
had to come back and do it again the next day.
And then you had a fifth quarter talking about a loss to NC-A&T.
It was
brutal.
It was the worst time of my life. I don't know how I got through.
And Sam Washington said, "Tell them to bring me my money."
That game was the origination of that clip.
You didn't know that? That meme is from the ECU visitors locker room.
We use that as a flex a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it's a well-known clip.
It is.
We should be able to use that as a flex. That's a win.
That locker room they're in, our visitors locker room.
Shirley, I still need taco meat, by the way.
Oh, I had it, but I didn't know when you wanted me to play it.
Got a little taco meat on my chest.
I got a little taco meat on my chest.
A little taco meat on my chest.
Thank you, Daquan Barnes, I believe.
Yep, that was who that was.
Taco. For those just tuning in, ECU football schedule dropped.
State, Campbell, Coastal Carolina, BYU. Oh, man, here we go. Now you want to
conference opener at home against a good team. At least they were last year.
Oh, gosh. Army.
Yes. And then we go on the road against a good team on a Thursday night in October. And then we play at home against the team. Sometimes you get these two confused because they start with the same letter. And today, Junior.
Tulsa.
Of course, we have Tulsa at home. And who do we have on the road the week before
Temple.
that? Son of a gun. We got Tulane. We go
Sorry.
at Tulane, Tulsa, and then at Temple. So that is the TTT part of the schedule.
And guess what, folks? If you're just now tuning in, we just went over the October schedule. No Saturdays.
No Saturdays.
Sorry, Kenny Curlins.
I mean, I get Kenny's point.
No, I do too.
But my point is, I don't know what he wants me to do.
I just love how he says, "Come on, guys."
I know, like, what? How am I supposed? You're going to tell me how to feel?
He's sitting at the house going, "These guys, come on, guys, what are y'all doing?" We're literally just radio hosts, bud.
911, what's your emergency?
What's your emergency?
East Carolina has a lot of games that might not be on Saturdays. Did you want us to come over and shoot her? That is a great phone call from that Jim Rome used to play all the time.
Do you want us to come over and shoot her?
And then in November,
at Temple, Charlotte at home, Memphis at home, at UTSA, at FAU.
I'm trying to go to San Antonio again.
You going to road? You're not doing road games, are you?
I don't know. That is TBD.
Is Boner doing road games?
I don't think Boner's doing. Oh, but that's TBD.
Boner is probably our producer. Chandler,
road warrior.
What are you doing this football season?
TBD.
Is that your answer for everything?
Yes, because I don't know.
What do you want to be doing?
I wouldn't mind going on the road and covering football at home games too.
I wouldn't mind going on the road and covering football at home games too. Okay, you got it all in there.
I have a way of words.
You love the San Antonio trip, right?
That was fun.
Is that your favorite?
So far, yes. And then this year we got Philly. We got New Orleans.
Oh.
Which is going to be on a Thursday, which is weird.
You have Conway.
Myrtle Beach.
Raleigh. You ever been to Raleigh?
Been to Raleigh several times.
Raleigh, beautiful this time. Yeah. Boca Raton.
Boca Raton. I've never been to Boca Raton.
Man, I tell you what, if you are a traveler, if you go on the road, a retiree that goes to road games for ECU, this is a pretty good year.
It is.
Raleigh is an easy trip, but then Myrtle Beach.
Easy trip.
Nolans.
That's fun.
Philadelphia.
Never been there. Never been there.
San Antonio.
Been there. Done that. Done and dusted.
Boca Raton.
Never been there.
And then ECU will be in the conference championship game.
Here at home.
Oh, okay.
Highest seed gets the home game.
And guess what? We're the
Will,
highest seed.
Appreciate you saying that, man. For those that don't know. Highest seed gets the home game.
Just a note on Coastal real quick. They are kind of in, this situation, Ellerby mentioned it, where it's kind of a new team. They have a lot of turnover from seniors and their quarterback transferred. So Noah Kim's out. He's going to Liberty. They had a freshman playing in his first ever collegiate game in the bowl game. And I think they have a freshman starting next year, too, as of right now.
Good stuff.
Ball knower.
So
Will.
They'll probably beat Charleston Southern, but
don't end the sentence on but.
But
give me something else.
They could be 1-1 coming in, while we should be hopefully 2-0.
Thank you, Will.
But
I lost my thought. I forgot what I was going to say, but then I remembered it.
Man, it happens. Kenny,
calm down, Clip. Calm down,
Kenny. I don't know how else to explain this to you. He said, you're trying to spin it into a good thing. I'm just saying it hurts Pirate Radio also. Kenny, I'm just saying. Me, Clip Brock, human being, male, I have a winky.
White.
Caucasian, married, child, 2 bonus kids. I like it. For me, personally, that I get to do a really fun, great job on the Bud Light pregame tailgate, U.S. Sailor 5th quarter call-in show on Thursday, a couple of Thursdays. And then I get Saturday off to spend with my family. To spend in front of my TV watching college football. So for me, personally, I don't need to spin it because I'm telling you the truth, which is what I do on this show. I do not spin things. I do not give you false information.
Tell them.
I tell you the truth, my truth, your truth. And that is, I like non-Saturday games for me. Not for you. Not for Champ, not for Pirate Radio, not for fans, not for the guy on the street. For me. I'm talking about me. Toby Keith had a song. I want to talk about me. That's what I'm doing. I'm not talking about anybody else. And one more thing on his comment. You're trying to spin it into a good thing. I'm not saying. I'm just saying it hurts Pirate Radio also. What do you want me to do about it? What can I do about it? How can I fix this? What steps should I take to fix this schedule so Kenny likes it?
I tell you what, you can put it in Word, switch it up that way.
Oh, make my own schedule is what you're saying.
Copy and paste that into a Word document, and then go to town. Then you can spin all you want.
Scott Mullis says, good for me, too. More time to golf in great fall weather.
Amen, Scott. Catch me on a golf course on a Saturday in October.
Welcome to Scott's Spin Zone. Way to spin it,
Scotty
Scott.
spins.
Oh, you're making me dizzy, Scott.
This tilt-a-whirl is fun.
Look at me, I'm spinning. All right, let's take a break.
Dude, you fired me up. And not really just the message, but your tone. I've never heard you speak in that tone before.
I just feel like I had to make it clear what I was saying, because maybe I was being unclear, saying this is a great thing for East Carolina University and for fans. I didn't want anybody to think that that's what I was saying. I was saying this is great for me.
When have you ever spoke for anybody else?
I try not to, and I don't like when people speak for other people. I'm speaking for me, because that's the only person I can speak for.
I'm going to speak for Clip by saying he's speaking for himself.
I'd rather you not speak for me. I'd rather me speak for me. And if you'd like to speak, you can speak for you.
I'm going to say we're taking a break, and we'll be right back right after this.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates.
My whole business just went up in flames, but my agent was there before the fire was out. We started a plan. I've got 25 employees who could be out of a job if we didn't get this place running again. My independent agent and auto owner's insurance, they made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. That's incredible.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there.
This is Jeff Gibson with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
Tired of the same old gym routine? Rebel Fitness is here to change the game. Whether you're throwing punches, kicking it in kickboxing, or mastering MMA, we bring the heat with specialized group classes that make fitness feel like a fight you actually want to win. At Rebel Fitness, we're not just about lifting weights, we're about lifting spirits. Join a community of badasses who are rebelling against the norm and crushing their fitness goals. Sweat, lift, move, fuel, fight for a healthier, happier you. Rebel Fitness, where fitness meets fun. Join the movement today. Visit us at 3700 Charles Boulevard or visit rebelfitnessnc.com.
It's a new year at Fish Street Hardware with lots of new exciting additions. Hardware serves lunch and dinner daily, now featuring 9 new menu items: Buffalo Loaded Chips, North Carolina Cowboy, and more. Don't forget about Sunday brunch. Hardware has a weekly lineup starting Tuesday with Singo, Wednesday trivia with DJ Captain Morgan, and live music every Friday night. Also, brand new is the repair shop, Hardware's Game Room, which has dart lanes, pool tables, skee ball, and a projection screen. Come check out all the new at Hardware, and for more information, follow us on social media or check out our website for up-to-date event schedule at fishstreethardware.com.
The 8th annual NC Pirate Classic is back. Coming Saturday, April 5th. Presented by Whitetail Properties Real Estate. Youth hunters from all over the state are headed east, and the top scoring birds will win great prizes. Registration is now open for all youth turkey hunters at ncpirateclassic.com. The new weigh-in will be held at Davenport Farms on Highway 264 in Greenville. Brought to you by Sam Jones Barbecue, Woodhaven Custom Calls, Greenville Marine and Outdoor, Grady White Boats, Big Rock Power Sports, East Coast Waterfowl, Country Mart, Fox Brothers Construction, Triple S Outfitters, and the Robinson Law Firm. Register at ncpirateclassic.com and we'll see you there.
Look what we have here. It's the refreshing deliciousness of a Pepsi mini can. It's the perfect complement to any meal. The dash of indulgence your day was dreaming of. The sip that'll have you singing Pepsi.
Nope, not again, Steve. Let's take a cue from the Pepsi mini can and pack all that awesomeness you're feeling into a much smaller treat for everyone. Deal?
So, big awesomeness, smaller size. I think I've got just the thing.
Pepsi mini can. Minican, big taste.
If you're looking for a delicious home-cooked country breakfast or lunch, look no further than CD's Grill. CD's Grill in Winterville has the best country cooking around. Start your day with CD's mouth-watering homemade cheese biscuits, eggs cooked to order, and pancakes so big and fluffy there's no way you leave hungry. Open Monday through Friday from 5:30 a.m. until 2 p.m. and Saturday from 5:30 to 11 a.m. CD's has lunch specials and an all-you-can-eat salad bar. Stop by, say hey to owner Jason Brown and the CD's crew. CD's Grill, 111 West Fire Tower Road in Winterville. CD's Grill, the best country cooking around.
Pirate Radio.
I'll give you Blackbeard's honest opinion. You ask me, can this new captain promise you a life of prizes, plunder, and adventure? Aye.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Vacation spots are right here in our very own backyard. You can take a trip to a state park and enjoy traditional camping, RV space, and also air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi. If you're by a lake, be sure to check out the opportunities to rent a canoe or kayak and get out on the water. Your next adventure is right around the corner. For more information, please visit ncparks.gov. And the Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates in eastern North Carolina. You can kick the week off every Monday with sports trivia with Clip Rock. Tuesdays and Wednesdays is acoustic night. Thursday, you can play Singo or enjoy some karaoke. And every weekend, the best live music with ladies getting in free all weekend long. For more information, check them out on Facebook or Instagram, and we'll see you at the Buck. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Friday. Beautiful Friday, man.
It's gorgeous. It's going to be a gorgeous weekend.
Gorge. Eric M., show jokester, says Clip's wife sitting back scheduling these vacant October Saturdays for him as we speak. He's over here celebrating now, but he'll be spreading pine straw in the flower beds, crying, laughing about this. He's crying, laughing about this. Look, that may be somewhat true, but I can spread pine straw in less than an hour, maybe an hour and a half. If I start that at 10:30, I'm done by noon, and then it's all football.
Look,
it's all football, baby.
Get up and grind.
And I don't have to watch every damn minute of every game. I have a phone. I can have games going in my pocket while I'm doing other stuff. If they want to do a little trip to Raleigh, I don't know if there's any other people in the world that love Cheesecake Factory more than the girls at home. If they want to do a little Raleigh Mall Cheesecake Factory trip, all right.
By all means.
Guess what? I'll listen to games on the way. I'll sit my ass on the, I was going to call it a bleacher, but that's not what it is.
Do they have TVs at Cheesecake Factory?
A bench, whatever. They do at the bar area. But I'll sit on a bench while they walk around and do some shopping, and I'll watch football. I can find a way to watch football. I've watched football at a lot of places. Funerals.
Have you really?
No, I'm joking about that. Now I'm spinning it a little bit, Chandler. This is the character. This is a spinning character. But you know what? It's not, because I can find a way to keep up with football no matter where I am, no matter what the scenario.
Now that's talent.
Yeah, I have that ability. Chad says, bang, bang, chat gang. Trying to think of like the most odd places I've followed sports. And I'll let you know when I think of one.
Where have I been?
But like, if you care about an event or something, a game, you're going to be following it some way, somehow. I mean, it's 2025. Phones, whatever, devices. Man, I loved one of my, at the time, I was like, man, are you telling me I'm going to have to drive to New Jersey on my holiday, the first Thursday of the NCAA tournament? I was like, this. I don't know about this. I don't know how I'm going to handle this. It was an amazing day. You know why? Because I kind of timed it to where we left a little before noon. So then at noon, when we're getting close to the Virginia border a little bit, first game on my phone, and then that entire 7-hour trip or whatever, I'm listening to college basketball the entire day, and it was awesome. You know what? I'm able to make things into a positive because I'm a positive person. I think about the positives. I don't know if that's true or not, but in this case, I did.
I just thought about a place where I've watched a game, and Chad helped me remember this. I was in a buddy's wedding.
What a beautiful wedding.
And it was in early November of 2021. And I watched Holton Ahlers scamper for a touchdown against Tulane here at home. And me and the groomsmen were lined up probably about 30 seconds before we walked into the ceremony. And it was outside. And Holton Ahlers scored. And I went, yes! And the guys turned around and said, are you watching a football game? I said, yeah.
On this holy matrimony day?
And I said, I'm watching I'm watching East Carolina. But yeah, so I did that.
Good for you, Sean.
And they made me feel bad because they were like, are you serious right now? I'm like, sorry.
What did they want you to do? Like, what should you have been doing?
Just sitting there twiddling my thumbs?
Exactly.
I've already got the suit on. I'm already committed to this thing. Can I not watch 30 seconds of my alma mater beat up on Tulane?
Mind your business. Eric says watching football in the John is one of life's small pleasures.
I think bathrooms, and some do, but especially in stalls, if you're sitting down doing your business, I think each stall should have a TV with a remote in it.
All right,
so you can change the channel.
I totally agree with you, but I just thought of this. I did this recently. I do not have some awesome plush shower with a television in it, which would be cool. But there's an area where I can put my phone so it doesn't get wet in the shower, and I've watched a game recently while in the shower. And I was like, this is the next level. Why have I not?
How long did it take you to shower?
Longer than normal.
Yeah.
But I was like, why have I not done this earlier? So now I'm going to start planning my showers around big games. Hey, where are you watching the game?
The game's about to start. You got like a towel around your waist. I know where you're watching the Super Bowl next year.
Where are you watching the game this year? Probably the shower, man. I got some new shampoo, and I'm excited for it. So, yeah.
All right, let's hit the showers. Sweet. The game's about to start.
Oh, man. Let's take a break. Chad said that's where the soap goes. Soap? Then where am I going to put my phone? Wait, you use soap in the shower?
This guy uses soap.
Nerd.
Lame.
Walking around smelling good and whatnot. Eric said, honey, why in the hell is the water bill quadrupled? Water bill was high, actually, last month. All right, let's take a break.
Well, it went to double overtime. I'm sorry.
When we return.
Eric said, overtime, dear, overtime.
Bruce Bivens back in the Pirate Radio studios. We used to talk to him each week on the Players Lounge when he played. That was not that long ago. Now he is on the ECU football staff, so we'll talk about that and more. Get his thoughts on the schedule when we return. Pirate Radio Live after this.
Have you tried the new boneless wings from Wings Over Greenville? That's right, Wings Over has all new boneless wings. These juicy, crunchy boneless wings are available in any of their 17 bold flavors, from sweet and tangy to fiery hot. Every craving is covered. And just like in February, Wings Over Greenville is giving you 10% off your entire order when you use the code PIRATE25 online or in the app. Wings Over is open for lunch every day and is open until 3 a.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. Visit wingsover.com today and soar into flavor with their new boneless Wings. Wings over Greenville. They deliver.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in the NC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kids Scene.
Y'all come get fucked up.
Enjoy the warm air circulating moments after you turn up the heat. Precise control of cooking temperatures. Enough hot water on demand for everyone's shower. The instant glow of warmth when you turn on your fireplace or fire pit. Never having to change a gas tank on your outdoor grill. Experience the affordable luxury of natural gas. Find out more at GUC.com.
Looking for the best craft beers, wine, and mead in Greenville? Visit Tub Thumpers Beverage House at 623 Red Banks Road. They're your one-stop shop for a unique selection of local brews, fine wines, and handcrafted meads. They also have your favorite domestic beers at great prices. Whether you're stocking up for a special occasion or just exploring new flavors, they've got something for every taste. With expert advice and great prices, Tub Thumpers is the place to find the perfect drink for any occasion. Stop by Tub Thumpers Beverage House today, where your next favorite drink is waiting.
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Chico's Mexican Restaurant is where the fiesta never ends. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Wednesday for shrimp tacos for only $9.99. Plus Wednesdays means all Mexican imports for just $2.99. Thursdays, enjoy your favorite beef, chicken, or vegetable fajitas for only $9.99. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Jacob Jiggins Cowart, and the best place to go for custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items is University Sportswear. University Sportswear hit a home run for me when I needed my custom t-shirts. From start to finish, University Sportswear provided superior customer service and a quality product that cannot be beat. If your business, organization, or event needs t-shirts or promotional help, then you need University Sportswear. Visit universitysportswearenc.com for contact information. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirates, it's Lindsay Gray with Carolina Caliber. 2025 is loaded with freebies. Head into St. Patrick's Day with Smith & Wesson's Seeing Green rebate. Buy any optic pistol, get a Viridian RFX 15 green dot reflex sight for free. Or aim towards the gold with Springfield Armory. Buy any Hellcat, Hellcat Pro, or Echelon. Get 3 extra mags, a range bag, and a red dot optic, all for free. Grab your lucky finds online or in-store at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. Listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Michaels and Gateway Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years, and their mission is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels and Gateway can handle all your dental needs, including cleanings, crowns, fillings, sedation dentistry, and cosmetic needs, such as braces and implants. Visit them on Hemby Lane in Greenville or give them a call at 752-1600. Bring your smile to us at Michaels and Gateway Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. And America's favorite light beer, Bud Light, is also the official beer of the ECU Pirates. When planning your fun times with family and friends, be sure to pick up some Bud Light at your favorite retailer. Always have fun, Pirate Nation, and always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now let's head back into PRL and a quick Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard update. East Carolina softball leading Clemson 1-0 in the first game of the Tiger Invitational.
You know what I like that they have, instead of like a score bug, they basically have the scoreboard up there at all times, and it shows you the count, outs, also hits, and runs, errors. Pirates right now, 1 run on 4 hits, no errors. Clemson, no runs on just 1 hit, and the Tigers do have an error. And Clemson going to threaten a little bit with 2 outs as they get a base hit here. So 2 on, 2 out for the Tigers in the bottom of the third. Pirates leading 1-0. ECU baseball getting underway at 4:30. Jared just put out a video of the Pirates warming up in their first game of the Keith LeClaire Classic. Talk a little football now, and welcome back into the Pirate Radio studios, former Pirate linebacker who is now the director of player development at ECU, Bruce Bivens, back with us. What's up, Bruce? How you doing, man?
I'm good. How about y'all?
Doing good. I saw a picture. I went back and looked, and it was myself, Xavier Smith, and you from 3 years ago. And I don't know. It doesn't seem like that long ago, but also a lot has happened between now and then. So, Bruce, let's kind of talk about where you've been since you ended your playing career and how you got to this spot where you are now.
So I was previously working at Wall Coast Elementary, and I had a taste to kind of pour into the kids, like dealing with like intervention thing. I was the behavior support specialist, and I noticed that was something that I really liked doing. I just like seeing the kids being impacted by the things that I can give them, like by the wisdom and knowledge that I can give them. And, I know that was something that I wanted to do. And I can always see myself pouring back into the players because I have the experience of playing college football, doing it at a decent level, and yeah, like it was a lot of things I learned along the way, and I feel like I could be a great help to players, guys around my age. I've been through some things when I played college football in my personal life, and things dealing with the sport football as well. So, yeah.
That's awesome, man. You said doing it at a decent level. Do you know how many tackles you had during your career, Bruce? I got it right here. I got you for 236 tackles, 5 sacks, 1 interception for East Carolina, playing as a Pirate linebacker. And you played under, I guess, your position coach, Blake Harrell, right? He was your position coach and defensive coordinator. He's, I guess, your boss now, but also a colleague. So how's the relationship with you and Coach Harrell grown and changed over the years?
Right. It really haven't changed a bit. Like, I've always stayed in contact with Coach Harrell. He's always stayed in contact with me. He's a great guy. Again, I always could see him, being a head coach one day.
Right.
He's such a great guy, and I'm really thankful for him. I'm thankful that he gave me the opportunity that he gave me. Again, our relationship haven't changed. We always stayed in contact with each other. I stayed around. I've been living in Greenville. I know I haven't seen you guys in a long time, but I've been living in Greenville, and I'll just pop my head up in there and talk to him every once in a while, or he'll give me a phone call, ask me how I'm doing, how things going, where I'm working, and things like that, how I'm living. And I really appreciate that, and I returned the favor as well just by checking up on him and seeing how he doing and things like that.
That's great.
Wishing him congratulations for beating NC State. That was something big. I was excited because, while I was here, we never beat NC State, but that was big, and I was just real happy for Coach Harrell. Like, I have nothing but great things to say about him.
Yeah. What was your reaction when you found out he was getting the head coaching job here?
I was excited. I sent him a text message. Hey, Coach, congratulations. It's well deserved. I was really excited because he's a players coach. He's for the players. Anything for the players to make sure they succeed at a high level on and off the field. So, man, you got to love it. Who wouldn't want to work for a guy like that?
We had Rajay on yesterday, and I mentioned you were coming on, and he talked about how you've been around and keeping your just your presence around ECU football, and he said he was excited for you to get that job. And how do you feel, Bruce, having a job at the school that you attended and everything? How much pride does that give you?
I wouldn't say pride because I try to walk with a certain level of humility. But it do make me feel good to know that I'm back where it started.
Yeah.
I knew where the program was at, and I know where it's going. I know where it's at currently, and it actually makes me feel real good. It's like a real circle. It's a circle moment for me, and it just make me feel good to know that, that my presence is going to be appreciated from the things that I did. The guys talk about it. Some of the coaches talk about some of the things that I did, and the players respect that.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm able to that open the door for me to be able to pour into those guys.
Bruce Bivens joining us. That was cool hearing you talk about how you were helping kids and giving them inspiration and I guess impact in their lives. And distractions has been kind of a topic this week because it goes back to Justin Hardy joining us Monday. I reached out to Donnie Kirkpatrick and said, "Hey, Coach, do you got a good story or question I can ask Justin?" He said, "Yeah, ask him about the time he lost his credit card before a Thursday night ESPN game, and he was all flustered, but he still went out, had a good game, and all that." So I've been asking Holton, Rajay, everybody we've talked to this week about, because we see y'all play on TV and we're like, why is this guy not focused? Like, there's a million things going on in your life, right? You said you had some stuff going on. Everybody does. But trying to deal with those distractions while being a football player, it's a lot to handle, right? And does anything come to mind for you where you were distracted, but once the game starts, you kind of got to put it all aside and go play?
Right. Because I just realized what was important in that moment. I know in that moment, me giving my best effort for my teammates, that was the most important thing. I can't let that situation that was bothering me bother me enough to where it's affecting me on the football field. And that's what right now I'm trying to instill into the players. Like, you got to focus on the now. You got to focus on what you need to focus on, because, that can mess you up. So what's going on in the future, and I know in that current moment for me when I was playing football, it was the next play. I had to move on. It was the next play mentality, and we got to have that same mentality in life as well.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Move on.
Bruce, maybe I'll ask you this will be a better question for you to answer next year. What is your role as director of player development? What does all that entail? Right now, you said you're just getting acclimated and you're drinking out of a fire hose, as they say right now. But what are your main duties? Would you say?
Really life skills, just making sure everything is smooth sailing for the players. Whatever that entails, if it's, class schedules, off-campus check, off-campus living, things like that. Yes, sir.
And it's great for you because you are pretty fresh out of it. Maybe what you could have used a little help on, and now you're in a position where you can help the guys with that.
Right, just pointing to the players, just mentoring them.
Yeah.
And I'm still a pretty young guy. I'm 27. I know it may not look like that. I'm a pretty still young. I'm a young guy, so I can kind of meet them where they at.
Yeah, young enough to relate to them, old enough to give them good advice.
Good advice, yeah. And they have a certain level of respect for me as well.
No doubt. Bruce Bivens, 2-time ECU honor roll member. You got to be proud about that. I was a student and never on that honor roll. I can tell you that. But so Bruce, how about the team itself? I love where you say you like the direction they're going. Been a lot of turnover this year. I guess including yourself with the new role on the staff. But there is some stability there with Blake Harrell, with the quarterback Caden Hauser, and some guys returning. So you feel pretty good about where the team is right now?
I'm on the staff. Look, we shooting for positivity. We shooting for things to go the right direction. I know Coach Harrell, he's going to lead us in the right direction. So, yes, sir.
Are you seeing that positive energy from the bowl game leading to the off-season workouts and stuff like that?
Most definitely. And whatever I can do to contribute to that, I'm doing that. So,
let's see, Bruce. Did you just miss out? No. We had you the first year, I guess, NIL. That's why you joined. So you got one little taste of it, right?
A little taste, just a little taste.
You didn't get the whole meal.
Right.
But how about where that's going? How do you feel about that as far as where the college game is right now with NIL and everything?
It has its pros and cons.
Sure.
And I believe everybody else feel the same way.
Yeah. And Bruce, you are one of the guys, a 5-year guy, I guess, at ECU. And did the transfer portal ever tempt you, I guess, and later in your career?
I really wouldn't say that. Like, I'm not the type. I like to stick stuff through. I like to see, my labor. I like to see it. I like to see where it's gonna go. If I put into something, I don't want to give up. I don't want to turn away. If you persevere, it's beauty in it. In some shape, form, or fashion, it's beauty in it. Like, obviously, I attempted to shoot for the NFL, but God had other plans for me. And look where I'm at now. I'm the director of player development. It's a full circle moment. I'm back pointing to the players, back where it started for me.
And you had a mission too, Bruce, you and your teammates, to get ECU football back to relevancy, back to the winning ways. Were you on the team that went to the bowl and didn't play? That's a bitter taste, but you got the Pirates back to a bowl game, and that had to mean a lot for you.
It did mean a lot for me. That was an emotional time for me. Just making it back to a bowl game, all the sweat, all the tears, from losing season after losing season to finally having a winning season my last year, that meant a lot to me.
Yeah.
That I didn't give up. I didn't take the easy way out by going to the transfer portal or leaving or going somewhere else or just giving up on it. I didn't give up on it. I trusted the guys around me. I had trust in myself. Obviously, God led me in the right direction that I needed to be with the help of God. And I'm just thankful that we made it that far.
And look, I'm I guess mature enough to know that not everybody that transfers is doing it for a wrong reason. There's family things. There's all kinds of positive reasons to go to another school. Sometimes coach will kind of force you out the door a little bit. But obviously, I want everybody that comes to East Carolina to stay here. And Bruce, you have a pretty good message to guys that are maybe thinking about it, that you can talk with and say, the grass isn't always greener. I stayed and made this thing into a winner. So I think from that standpoint, you could probably give some good advice.
I really could, because like for my situation, it would have been an easy way out for me. It's not like
you could have gone and played where at a lot of places.
Possibly. So that was an opportunity for me, but again, I've always looked to the goal was to make it to a bowl game. There's always ways to get out of things. There's always different, doors opening, but are they good doors? The grass not always green on the other side. Like, I can enter in the portal, hey, we want to offer you this amount of money to come over here, and guess what? You get over there, you stuck. You was better off just pushing through. You didn't already put in the work where you was at. Why not get something up out of it,
And I bet, Bruce, if I asked you 3 years ago, hey, you think you'll be the director of player development at ECU? You'd have been like, what? But another message you can give too is you said that God has a plan and everything, but just stick with it, and good things happen to good people for the most part. So I think there's another, because if I'd have said, hey, what are you going to be doing 3 years from now, this probably wouldn't have been your answer, right?
I'm telling you, it wouldn't.
Right, but you're happy where you are. So.
I'm happy where I'm at. Obviously, I had dreams to make it to the NFL, to make it to the the highest level that I possibly could. But again, God had other plans. Life happens. And life don't change for no one.
It
doesn't.
Because you could have played somewhere out there if you wanted to. Did you try any smaller leagues or anything?
Right. There was definitely opportunity for me to do that. The Canadian League, the UFL, XFL, teams like that. It was opportunity, but again, I had to. Life hit. You got to pay bills. You got you got to pay your rent. You got to pay bills. You got to make money, and you can't just sit around. Like, you got to provide and do the things necessary to live.
Good stuff, man. Bruce Bivens joining us. Go ahead, Chan.
What's the next step after this? Do you want to get into coaching, or what's the plan?
Wherever God leads me, and then I'm sticking with that one.
Yeah,
because it got me to where I'm at now.
I see you on the sidelines a lot. I think the year after you graduated, maybe you were on the sideline for the spring. I've seen you at some practices. Like, how tempted are you to go in there and maybe try to give some pointers to some of these young linebackers?
I'm always tempted to do that because I'm real passionate about the game. I love football, and any way I can help, I definitely want to do that.
Well, Bruce, we'll let you get back to work, man. What's day-to-day like for you now? Just keeping up with the players?
Just keeping up with the players.
Communicating?
Yes, sir. Just keeping up with the players, making sure everything's aligned perfect for them to be successful.
Good deal. Well, Bruce, man, we're proud of you, man. We knew you'd do something good, but this is great. This is a great spot you're in, and we'll talk to you again down the road, man, but appreciate you joining us today.
Yes, sir.
Thanks,
Thank y'all.
Bruce.
All right, there he is. Bruce Bivens, Director of Player Development at East Carolina, former Pirate linebacker, joining us today on the show. We'll take a break, come back, have more for you after this.
Save a load on a new John Deere compact utility tractor and loader from Quality Equipment. It's never been easier to get the best brand on the market at an unbeatable cash price or with great financing at our lowest ever monthly payment. Now is the time to get that tractor package you've been dreaming of to get your next job done right. Stop by one of our 36 locations in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia, or visit us online at QualityEquip.com.
Homeowners can face many challenges throughout this season, but our newest New Blue star, Dixon Williams, is here to slide in and save the day. Have a clog that's hitting a foul ball and nothing seems to be getting through? Dixon's fixing to get you flowing again. Feeling like your HVAC's in a slump? Dixon's sliding in to get your comfort back on track. Are swinging blind in a power outage? Dixon's delivering a power boost. So when problems arise, turn home strikeouts into home runs with New Blue, electric, plumbing, and air.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Parker Bird with some exciting news about Shimmer Boutique. The new website is live and all orders over $100 will receive free shipping. Go to shimmerboutiqueonline.com and get shopping today. Shimmer is the boutique for everyone and carries all the top brands from Kendra Scott, Yeti, Local Boy, Pimp Shrimp, Simply Southern, and more. Shimmer in Greenville, Winterville, Jacksonville, and shimmerboutiqueonline.com. Go Pirates!
Is your office printer on the fritz? Don't wait days for a repair. This is Walker Allen Volova with CopyPro, where we promise fast 3-hour service on all of your copy equipment. No need to press 1 for English for an overseas service line. All of our calls are answered right here in Greenville. Plus, we offer a free office printing analysis to help you cut cost and boost efficiency. We'll show you exactly how to save money on ink, toner, and energy. For reliable, fast service, call CopyPro today at 1-800-682-6558 and see how we can help your office run more efficiently. CopyPro, fast service, smarter printing, bringing more value to your business.
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
Hi, this is Christy Conway.
Hi, this is Tracy Ayers.
It's a great time to list your home for sale with ENC Pirate Realty Allen Tate. Buyers are ready now. Many buyers are expecting interest rates to adjust in 2025, and they're getting ready to start their home search ahead of the spring market when competition increases.
Visit our website at encpiraterealty.com to connect with our experienced team of agents. Go Pirates!
Are you ready for some outdoor fun? Big Rock Power Sports and Marine is your complete source for recreation and marine sales and service. With a full selection of ATVs, side-by-sides, motorcycles, slingshots, watercraft, pontoons, and boats, Big Rock Power Sports and Marine is sure to have what you're looking for in everyday adventure. With 5 locations in North Carolina, Rocky Mount, Lake Gaston, New Bern, Elizabeth City, and of course, Greenville. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram or online at BigRockPowersports.com. Big Rock Power Sports and Marine. Choose your adventure.
We're inside the Pirate Radio studios with our friends from QC Kinetics. Don, why should people use QC Kinetics?
So QC Kinetics, we're the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. So we've helped about 50,000 patients get back to an active and pain-free life without surgery, without drugs, and without downtime. We leverage your body's own natural growth and healing properties to not only repair damaged tissue, but generate new.
Don, give us the number.
252-765-PAIN. 252-765-PAIN.
That's QC Kinetics.
This is John David Baker, offense coordinator for the ECU Pirates, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Have you always dreamed of having your own backyard oasis? Elite Pools in Greenville can make that dream a reality. The professionals at Elite Pools are experts in fiberglass and gunite pool installation and renovation, and their goal is to deliver the highest quality at an affordable price. Visit the Elite Pools showroom in Greenville across from Agri Supply, or visit their website at elitepoolsnc.com. Transform your backyard into a destination with Elite Pools. And UBE has been an ECU tradition for over 50 years. You can shop online anytime at pirateware.com. UBE has the biggest and best selection of ECU sportswear and accessories for pirates of all ages. Every day is game day at UBE. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right. Things have gone south down in Clemson. Clemson has put up 2 runs in the third, 3 in the fourth, and lead the Pirates now 5-1 as they play softball down in Tiger Town on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Da Buck.
Da Buck.
Let's continue with the football discussion, but talk some NFL with Tony Dunn, C3 Podcast. He joins us here on the Big Rock Power Sports Live line. What's up, Tony?
Hey, Clip. How you guys doing?
Doing good, man. Talked to Jim Zoki on the show earlier this week because he's calling some Pirate basketball, so we had him on to talk Pirate hoops. But while I had him on, I asked him about the Panthers offseason and the focus, and he talked about Bryce Young's success towards the end of the year. Talked about Chuba Hubbard's year at running back for the Panthers, and said, don't get me wrong, all of our questions aren't answered on the offense, but said it sounded like defense was going to be a pretty big priority this offseason for Carolina. How about in your eyes? Like, what are the main things you want to see this team accomplish this offseason? Maybe position groups or player free agents in general? What are you looking forward to the Panthers doing here in the next couple months?
Yeah, the Panthers don't have any choice but to put their focus on the defense. Dan Morgan, is, I guess they're getting ready for the combine and came out and addressed the media and said, last year the priority was bulking up that offensive line, which they did by going and get Robert Hunt, and I always forget the other guy's name that came from Seattle. But, they really got those 2 big interior guards, and that led to the success of Chuba Hubbard and that late season success for Bryce Young. And then he said, we're going to be doing the same thing for the defense. So there's really no choice in doing it. I think the Panthers, obviously they were one of the worst defenses in the league last year. They gave up, I think, 6 yards on first down. So, teams only had to convert. They had 2 downs to get 4 yards. And the Panthers are going to really have to focus on, that defensive front. You're going to have Derek Brown hopefully coming back and then add in somebody beside him. But there's so many holes on the defense. I don't even think they have a safety on the roster. Maybe one who was a rookie and like a 6th-round pick or something to that effect. So they're going to have to go all in on that, and it's going to take a combination of both the draft and free agency to do so.
Tony Dunn joining us. Yeah, he said getting Derek Brown back is bigger than just about any free agent you could bring in, so that'll be a big boost. How about coaching-wise, Tony? Obviously, Canales will enter into year 2. Evero's back, right? Did you keep your coordinators? Is there continuity there?
Yeah, they did. They decided to stick with Evero, and it was a little surprising for Panther fans just based on how poorly the defense performed throughout the season. And he hasn't been fantastic in his tenure there. But his first season, though, it's kind of like a fool's gold stat, is that they were good against the pass. They had, I guess they were giving up maybe 20 points a game or 23 points a game, and it seemed like that defense 2 years ago was better than it really was, though, because the teams just didn't have to do much to beat the Carolina Panthers, and they just ran all over them. So they didn't have to throw the ball. They didn't have to put up a lot of points because the Panthers' offense was only scoring 3 points a game. So it was surprising to bring back Evero, but Canales liked the ability, I guess what he was able to do, not do, but I guess he knew that he was dealt a bad hand with so many injuries throughout the season. And I do think it was about keeping that continuity. And really, the Panthers have, for the past maybe 3 or 4 years, and even going farther back than that, been trying to establish a 3-4 defensive front. And Evero, that's his style. I think that maybe all I could believe is the reason they brought Evero back was, you know, we've kind of invested some of our draft picks and our vision to that style of defense, or maybe blowing it up and starting over again with another coordinator who maybe is like a 4-3 guy, which, you know, Dan Morgan played in that type of defensive scheme. I think that just was the logic behind it, and you know, Canales is just kind of like, hey, let's keep working and moving forward. We progressed, you know, from week to week to week, and maybe we can carry that into next season.
Tony used to be a big combine guy, an NFL draft guy, and I beat him down enough to now where he's miserable like me when it comes to those things. But we've got young Will and Jarrett who follow it. Jarrett's out at Clark LeClaire Stadium getting ready for Pirate baseball, but intern Will is here. Will, have you been keeping up with the combine at all?
Not as much as I usually do. If there's anything like interesting, I see it, but
anything coming out? I saw Savone Revel doing a Q&A, the Pirate Corner, and I know Cam Ward and Shadur Sanders are not throwing, I believe, kind of their spots in the draft. They're going to be top 10 regardless. So I don't know. Anything stood out at all?
So a lot of the top guys, Tyler Warren, Abdul Carter, they're not working out. So I think I think this draft is bottom heavy. Like, a lot of the gems from this draft are really going to be outside of the first round, which I think is why the combine is so interesting. But Ethan Downs, who's a defensive end from Oklahoma, put up 32 reps on the bench press. I thought that's a name that we haven't heard, and I think just doing that alone is going to raise him up on some boards.
Tony, how much are you guys on the C3 podcast looking at the combine as far as, you know, maybe guys the Panthers are interested in?
You know, I leave that to the other guys. That to Cody and the C3 Legion, and they'll probably get together and do a bunch of stuff throughout the weekend and things. To the point, Clip, is that I think it's this weekend.
Well, it's happening now, so yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That's how far away you are from being interested.
Just the fact that Dan Morgan was speaking to the media and doing that, I assumed it was this weekend. But, you know, the Underwear Olympics, this is where you fall in love with guys that are, you know, not going to do a lot in the NFL a lot of times. I mean, it's fun to watch a couple of different things. And that bench press one that's 32 reps at 225. That's pretty dang impressive right there.
A couple of big notes today in the football world. Matt Stafford will be sticking in L.A., agreeing to restructure his deal. And starting to some news coming out. I don't know if news is the word, but Giants adding Aaron Rodgers is out there. Will, how do you feel about that?
I didn't want Stafford. I want Rodgers even less.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you don't want Stafford, you definitely don't want Rodgers.
I want us to start new. I think too many teams want to call themselves a rebuilding team and then get somebody who's 40 years old. We need to draft a quarterback and actually rebuild from the bottom up this time.
Yeah, and we've talked about it, Tony. One of the positives coming out of the Panther season was, and you even said it last August, that this Panther season is about seeing, is Bryce Young the guy moving forward? And that question's been answered, at least for now. The Panthers will not be going after a quarterback because you have your guy, right? So you can focus on another guy in the first round.
Yeah. I kind of disagree, though, with Will, is that I think you could do both at the same time and take a lot of pressure off of one of those quarterbacks. Is if you can bring in, and I think Aaron Rodgers might not be the right type of person because he's just such a, not a deep, but like it's just so much always the media around him. He loves the limelight. But you could, I didn't think it would be a terrible idea for the Panthers to draft Bryce Young and then have a guy that they had on a 1 or 2 year deal that they believed as a real starter, and kind of let them sit and wait behind them for an opportunity. I do think you could do both. I guess it just depends on how much money you have to invest in a player And I can't believe Aaron Rodgers, though, would command but so much money, unless his ego, we know he has a little one of those, is that, he's going to say, I need $40 million. I mean, he's gotten a lot of money. He's been hurt. He hasn't played well. You could draft a guy at, what are they, at 2 or something like that? I don't even know where the Giants are. And
3.
bring in someone. And then it's just so hard to put all that pressure on a young player. And even when they're good, is that it takes some time to develop. And, Bryce Young, I mean, even he struggled going. They gave him the reins from day one, so-so in rookie season, and then his debut in year 2, to the point where you're going, man, we're ready to jump ship already. So it could take some pressure off of a young player like that.
Tony Dunn joining us, C3 Podcast. Tony, I saw an article, ESPN, linking free agents to teams, and I was going to bring that up, but seeing who they have for the Panthers reminded me of something else I wanted to bring up with you, and that's Shaq Thompson not being with the Panthers moving forward. And I feel like you've always had kind of a cold relationship with Shaq Thompson. Was it just because you thought he maybe didn't live up to potential, or what's your relationship with Shaq Thompson?
Yeah, it's kind of a personal petty, and it's not that he wasn't a great player. You had such a legacy. You had such, just mainstays for really 2 decades at the linebacker position, going back to Will Witherspoon and Dan Morgan, John Beeson, Thomas Davis, Kuechly, Thomas Davis, and you guys just always a strength. When the Panthers drafted Shaq Thompson, I was immensely excited about him. Dave Gettleman was, at the top of his, people love Dave Gettleman still. And Shaq Thompson was this multi-tool player that could, he played running back, return kickoffs in college. He could play in the basically like safety, linebacker, sort of like what Isaiah Simmons from Clemson was pitched a few years ago. And this is it's not that Shaq Thompson wasn't good. His first year, he played and he made big plays as a rookie in very limited spots. He goes, he's on a Super Bowl team. And, Thomas Davis just played better for longer than people anticipated. And then when Shaq Thompson did get the call, he just wasn't dominant out the gate. And he really struggled, I think, as Luke Kuechly retired, or, as Luke Kuechly was declining beside him. And, I was just hoping for him to be what I expected him to be. So that was a lot of it. And Clip, he's also the lesson of, I bought his jersey before he played. And then I was like, gosh, he didn't live up. And so it was really more me.
Well, hell, at least he stuck around that long. Usually you get a current jersey and the guy leaves in the next offseason.
Yeah, and to Shaq's credit, though, he played his best football of his career, not this past season, but 2 and 3 seasons ago, over 100. So he had like a late career renaissance, maybe a renaissance in a sense. So it wasn't that he wasn't a good player. I mean, he was a good player. He just wasn't what I built him up in my mind. I put all of these expectations on him before he even played, and so I just kind of held it against him.
Tony Dunn joining us. I bring that up because the player ESPN has connected to the Panthers is Zach Bond from the Eagles. Tony, am I a bad football fan for not knowing who Zach Bond was before last year? Should I have known him?
No, I don't know him really even now.
He was incredible for the Eagles this year.
I know that he was a linebacker out of Wisconsin, I believe. I think he got drafted by the Saints.
And just came out of nowhere last year.
I think it was like about as minimum as you could get of a salary by the Eagles this year. So he was, he's
going to get a big payday.
Yeah, he's going to command a lot of money. Probably the top linebacker this offseason, off the top of my head. I don't know the full class, but.
Got to be careful. So much careful with a player like that because, he's playing behind one of the best defenders in the NFL, and really that gives a linebacker so much latitude to just play free and play instinctually. And the problem with even with good players and great players is when that defensive front stinks and you're getting guards that are getting to the second level and they're meeting the linebacker. It puts a lot of pressure on them. So Luke Kuechly never struggled as a player, but his final season, it was like he wasn't the dominant Luke that I guess we all were used to seeing. And it wasn't that he wasn't playing well; it's just people in front of him weren't playing as well. So that's a player that really is going to capitalize. Not from a system, but is that he needs to go and give each one of those defensive linemen a gift when he gets his free agent contract.
By the way, the Giants, the guy connected to the Giants on that article, Russell Wilson. So how do you rank Stafford, Rodgers, Wilson as guys you would want, Will?
First I'll say if I had my pick, it'd be Justin Fields. But with those three guys, probably I don't think Russ is going to make as much money as Stafford. So I'd probably put Russ 1. If we're going the way of signing a veteran and drafting a rookie,
right?
Russ 1, Stafford 2, Rodgers 3.
Okay.
I don't really want Rodgers.
I didn't think about the money part. I would go Stafford, Wilson, Rodgers, but
yeah, if we're going off talent, and if both quarterbacks are gone and we wanted to draft Travis Hunter, bring in Stafford. If you want to just go win now, it's Stafford. But
yeah,
if we want a mentor, I don't know. I think I'd rather have Wilson, but.
All right, Tony, last question. Go ahead.
Stafford. I think it's Stafford, Rodgers, Wilson is not Wilson.
I keep going back to Brett Favre. Remember Brett Favre went to the Jets, stunk, and then went to the Vikings and was really good at the end of his career. Maybe Rodgers could have that kind of, redemption year.
He will not have that staying in MetLife. I've seen this song and dance too much with the Giants, where we go out and get a guy because, maybe he can do something, and he never does.
Good question from Kaz. Did Tony see the NFL Players Association report cards? Panthers overall ranking 25th, ownership getting a D-, 31 out of 32. Did you see that, Tony?
I did see the D- for David Tepper, and I did see that the Jets owner got an F.
Yeah. F-, I think, is what I heard earlier today, which is not good for Woody Johnson. I was going to ask you, Tony, I know you guys on the C3 podcast like to mix it up and can say some things even we can't say here on Pirate Radio. How are y'all handling the Steve Smith situation?
Oh, well, we had a lot of fun with it. We had a lot of fun with it, from ice up and going deep and whatever. I mean,
yeah.
They got to be careful. I mean, it was interesting. I don't know. I think a lot of it got taken down. There was a phone call at one point,
yeah.
And it was interesting hearing somebody kind of talk junk and Steve Smith be quiet.
Yeah.
Say sorry.
Yeah.
And I don't think if I was just Steve Smith in that situation that I would have said a word and hung up. And I hope that he. I think in Maryland, I know in North Carolina they have a loss of affection law. So if you are the cause of somebody's marriage to be broken up, and one of the partners, you're the reason, or you. So I mean, I know there's some attorneys probably contacting that guy saying, Smitty might have to give you some money.
Interesting. All right, Tony, good to talk with you, man. We're getting, this is kind of we hit a few dog days season of the NFL offseason. We got the combine going on, but we'll keep talking as long as things are happening in the NFL with you on Fridays, man.
Yeah, perfect. Free agency will be here before you know it.
Looking forward to that. Thank you, Tony. See you, buddy.
All right, thank you.
All right, there is Tony Dunn joining us, C3 Podcast. Let's take a break. We'll come back. Ethan Norby is my all-time favorite pitcher from the standpoint of pace. That guy knows that you love baseball, but also knows you have other things to do in your life. So he wants to play baseball at a very fast pace, get you out of the ballpark. He worked a quick first inning. I saw one point where the batter, I think, was saying, hey, I didn't look at him yet. You got to slow him down. and the ump did slow him down a little bit, and then he struck the batter out. But love the way Ethan plays the game. Pirates have a runner on second with nobody out in the first inning after a stolen base from
Alex Peltier.
Thank you, Will. Runner on second, nobody out. East Carolina scoreless with Kent State and the Keith LeClaire Classic. Back with you on Pirate Radio Live after this.
Greenville, are you ready for the biggest beauty event of the year? Beauty Bar Medi Spa Spring Extravaganza is coming soon. From March 24th to April 4th, get exclusive savings on Botox, fillers, skin bead, painless laser hair removal, advanced lasers, and more. Expert care, stunning results, a glow you'll love. This is your time to shine. Appointments fill up fast. Call at 252-752-1406 or visit beautybarmedispa.com to book your free consultation today. Beauty Bar Medi Spa, where confidence begins.
It's winter sale time at Russell's in downtown Washington. Prices have been reduced on all your favorite men's and women's dress and casual apparel. All ladies' clothing is now 1/2 off, and men's apparel is 25% off. Shop while selection is good and prices are even better. Where it's all about you, our pirate friends and customers at Russell's in downtown Washington. Come see us now before it's all gone.
If you're in the market for a swimming pool and you're located from the capital to the coast, Elite Pools can make it happen for you. They are the Carolina's premier fiberglass and concrete pool builder and renovation contractor. Every pool is built with the highest quality products and on schedule. Visit the Elite Pool showroom located across from Agri Supply in Greenville with fiberglass pools on site and a design center to simplify all of your pool selections. They also have a full service department with pool supplies and they provide expert water analysis. Call Elite Pools today at 689-6557 or visit ElitePoolsNC.com. For pools, think Elite Pools.
Hey there, Eastern North Carolina. Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. The Brown & Wood service specials include a tire price match guarantee, a $199 AC Delco front brake pad installation special. We also have a brake rotor rebate of $40 and a synthetic oil change on most vehicles for $89.95. Don't forget, free pickup and drop-off at Brown & Wood. 89 years in business, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal, to make sure you leave a happy customer.
You know texting while driving is dangerous. That's not new information. Yet most people admit to doing it anyway. Drivers are 23 times more likely to be involved in a car accident while texting. Know the facts and wait to text. The danger is real and it applies to you. Auto Owners Insurance, the no problem people. Information provided by Virginia Tech Transportation Institute.
This is Jeff Gibson with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
Warm up with our winter savings at the Beaufort Hotel. Plan your winter escape and save up to 20% off. The premier vacation destination on the Crystal Coast is nestled on 10 acres and overlooks the Rachel Carson Reserve, home to 30 wild horses. Discover why Beaufort was named the best small town for adventure by USA Today when you stay at the Beaufort Hotel, where your Outer Banks adventure begins. Visit BeaufortHotelNC.com or call 252-728-3000.
University PC Care in Greenville and New Bern has been serving the tech repair needs of Eastern North Carolina since 2006. And as one of the only Apple-authorized service providers east of Raleigh, all our technicians are Apple certified, and we only use genuine Apple parts. Your iPhone and Mac warranties are safe with us. Have questions or need service? Call 252-558-1280 or visit us online at universitypccare.com. University PC Care, your one-stop shop for service on everything Apple.
I'm Donald Stocks, owner of PIP Marketing Signs Print. We are your one-stop shop for just about anything printed. If we're not your go-to printer, please give us a call at 355-1636. We have over 80 5-star Google reviews and want you to be our next more than satisfied and well-pleased customer. Check us out at growatpip.com or stop in to see us at 3185 Mosley Drive in Greenville. PIP, where business goes to grow.
You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Town Insurance is your premier independent insurance agency. For maximizing opportunities to minimizing risk, Town's insurance advisors offer expert professional advice to clients of all sizes. For personal or business insurance questions, call 756-8300 today. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Pirates and Golden Flashes scoreless in the top of the second inning. Ethan Norby continuing to work fast. Love it. All right, see what's going on in, we'll call this our Fleet Feet rundown. See what's going on in college basketball tonight, as we've got one game involving top 25 teams, and it's a pretty good one in West Lafayette. UCLA will be at Purdue.
We'll have that game right here on Pirate Radio, by the way.
All right. I like having a little college hoops action here on Pirate Radio. It is Ivy League night and MAC night, MAAC. A lot of those games coming up. Man, anything good, anything decent? Iowa at Northwestern, App State Marshall, Nevada at UNLV. Not a great college hoops night coming up tonight. Did we learn anything last night, Will? I went to sleep early last night. I missed a lot of action. Michigan hit a buzzer beater to beat Rutgers.
I was watching that game. That was at
wow.
some point.
Shout out to Will, almost.
I was close, too. I had an eye on that game.
Loyola Marymount, he called for the upset, which would have been a big one because they were 11, 12-point dogs at home against St. Mary's and ended up losing by 3.
Yeah, and I don't know. Hold on, I'm looking at the... Yeah, no, okay. I was thinking it was like a buzzer beater or some late heroics, but they got a little bit of a lead and, Loyola tried to play the foul game and couldn't hit the shot at the end. So.
Something important for East Carolina happening last night. That's North Texas knocking off FAU. So right now East Carolina is tied with FAU, but they are a couple of games back of Tulane. So I guess that means Tulane won last night over Charlotte, 78-64. That score. So with 3 games left, East Carolina would need a lot to happen, including beating FAU and Tulane if they want to get that number 4 spot. Let's see, just for S's and giggles, who Tulane has left. So if East Carolina beats Tulane, obviously they'll gain a game on them that way. Tulane will be at Tulsa, where they should be favored. And then they have UAB at home, which could be a pretty good game. So it is possible that Tulane could lose a couple down the stretch. I don't know what the tiebreaker scenario would be in that case.
Head-to-head?
Yeah, but they would have split.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So that is pointless.
Point differential, I guess, at that point.
Yeah. So that is what happened last night in the American, how it affected East Carolina. By the way, hopefully folks can get over to Minges Coliseum this weekend for ECU and Charlotte. ECU basketball tweeting out the first 400 tickets are $5. It says get them while they are available, and pack Minges Sunday at noon. So they put up a link where you can get tickets on their Twitter account. First 400 tickets, $5 for Senior Day.
I'll be there.
I like that. Yeah, I'm planning on being there as well.
For free, but hey. Everybody should come out.
How you getting there for free?
Student tickets.
Oh, yeah. Which you or your parents kind of pay for, so in a way.
It's part of tuition.
All right, Pirates batting now in the bottom of the second inning, and we are still scoreless at Clark LeClaire Stadium. National Day. What are we celebrating today? It is National Skip the Straw Day. I say as I drink from a plastic straw. It's good stuff. But for those of you out there, skip the straw. I'm going to be like these politicians and say, here's what you need to do. Now, I'm not going to do that personally.
but you need to do this. Rules for thee, not for me. It is Rare Disease Day in North Carolina. Or, I'm sorry, in the USA. Anybody have a rare disease?
I guess you could consider my blood clotting disorder as a rare disease.
Ah, I did not know that, Will.
It's
How does it affect you day to day?
It's a minor thing. It affected me more when I was young. So it's called von Willebrand's disease. It's a disease where just the clotting process is slow. So like when I was young, I used to have a lot of nosebleeds that like to a normal person would stop really quick. They didn't stop when I was young. I bruised easier. It doesn't really affect me now. You kind of grow out of it. It becomes kind of a moot point as you get older.
All right, interesting. It is also National Floral Design Day and National Public Sleeping Day. Does this mean sleeping in public?
I would surmise. I'm going to go sleep
in
Harp LeClaire Stadium tonight.
It encourages a midday nap right where you are.
Oh, I am all for that day.
All right, I'll see y'all.
I mean, we've never done this before, but should we just take a nap in hour 3 of the show? And Shirley, you can set an alarm to go to commercial breaks. And then we'll come back and just continue our naps.
You know, I can't argue with that logic, really.
All right, let me call Morgan and tell him to go take a nap, and we're not going to call him at 5 o'clock. We are planning to talk to Morgan Ahlers and Brian North coming up in hour number 3 of our show. So let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll have hour 3. Pirates hitting into a 4-3 double play to end the second. And the Pirates and Golden Flashes still scoreless at Clark LeClaire Stadium on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard, presented by Dub Up.
Dub Up.
Take a time out, come back, have more for you. Pirate Radio Live, Morgan Ahlers joins us after this.
We're inside the Pirate Radio studios with our friends from QC Kinetics. Don, who are the people that need these services?
If you have arthritis, partial ligament tears, bulging or herniated discs in your back or neck, golfer's elbow, tennis elbow, and other joint and soft tissue issues, come see us at QC Kinetics and we can get you back in the game of life without surgery, drugs, or downtime.
Don, give us the number.
252-765-PAIN. 252-765-PAIN.
That's QC Kinetics.
Greenville's hometown pizzeria is Cucinella's. Cucinella's has 2 locations with great options for lunch, dinner, takeout, and they now offer catering. Dine in for lunch with a slice, salad, and a drink with a friend, or stop by after work and grab a beer or glass of wine while you wait for your to-go order. The best pizza, grinders, salads, and homemade Italian ice is at Cucinella's. Cucinella's Midtown across from Best Buy, downtown across from Sup Dogs, and on Facebook and Instagram. Cucinella's, serving handcrafted pizza since 1932. Come taste the difference.
Ready for a home makeover? Bostic Sugg Furniture's New and Now collection has the freshest styles you've been dreaming of. Store-wide savings on fashion-forward looks and styles for your living room, dining room, and bedroom. Hundreds of items in stock. Or let our team help you build a custom piece just for you. Plus, 6 months special financing and local delivery for just $19.37. Sleep better with over 30 models of brand-name mattresses to choose from and up to 48 months special financing. Now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
At Children's Health Services, we understand the importance of your child's well-being. This is Dr. Chris Osmick, and our mission is to provide comprehensive, patient-centered health care through every stage of child development, starting the day they are born in the hospital. We are not just here to treat illnesses. We are here to partner with you on your child's health journey. Schedule your appointment today to build a brighter, healthier world for your children. Children's Health Services, Arlington Boulevard, Greenville, or soon to be our second location on 10th Street. Go Pirates!
There have been many changes in the automotive world. At Phelps Chevrolet, the Phelps boys are here to take care of you. Mike, Daryl, and 4 of Mr. Phelps' grandsons, Wade, West, Allen, and Clay. You see, things at Phelps remain the same. The Phelps team has served Eastern North Carolina for over 50 years. We make your visit easy and fun. We are your neighbors, and that's what neighbors do. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Like Mr. Phelps' great-granddaughter says, Come in and get you one.
Find new roads with Chevrolet at PhelpsChevrolet.com.
It's a new year, and we're excited to announce that Integrity Home Mortgage has a new office location in Greenville at 1420 Arlington Boulevard. This is Talbot Green at Integrity Home Mortgage. We offer a wide variety of loan programs to help get you pre-approved. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with superior customer service you deserve.
To get started, call me, Braxton Green, at 526-8260.
Braxton Green, NMLS 222-3878. For informational purposes only, Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender, NMLS 208-516.
Have you tried the new boneless wings from Wings Over Greenville? That's right. Wings Over has all new boneless wings. These juicy, crunchy boneless wings are available in any of their 17 bold flavors, from sweet and tangy to fiery hot. Every craving is covered. And just like in February, Wings Over Greenville is giving you 10% off your entire order when you use the code PIRATE25 online or in the app. Wings Over is open for lunch every day and is open until 3 a.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. Visit wingsover.com today and soar into flavor with their new boneless wings. Wings Over Greenville, they deliver.
Do life stresses have you feeling exhausted? Do your golf, tennis, and workouts have your body aching? If so, Kyra's Float and Wellness Studio has your solution. Come visit us at 2800 East 10th Street and try our services like our float therapy, which is a private pool containing a saturated solution of Epsom salt that allows you to float effortlessly for ultimate relaxation and therapy. At Kyra's Wellness Studio, we also have an infrared sauna, cold plunge, and salt and halo therapy that will leave your body feeling relaxed and healed. Contact us today at kyrasfloats.com. Kyra's Float and Wellness Studio. Restful intentions.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Tiebreakers is open every day at 11 a.m. and is the best place to watch your favorite sports while enjoying the best wings in town, along with sandwiches, appetizers, cold beer, and more. Follow Tiebreakers on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates. Tiebreakers with 2 locations in Greenville at Bells Fork and on Greenville Boulevard, and in downtown Winterville on Railroad Street. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Friday. Brian North going to join us in a moment. Morgan Ahlers going to join us in mere seconds. Ethan Norby working so quick, he thought that second out was the third out of the inning. He had started making his way over to the dugout, had to come back out to the mound. Base hit for the Flashes, has a runner on first with 2 outs in the top of the third inning. No score between the Pirates and Golden Flashes. Virginia Tech was up big in the first game. Did they win it? Anybody see the final score? I will look it up. Will, you look that up for me. Look up Virginia Tech baseball and see if they got the win earlier today over Indiana State. They were up big early in that game. All right, we will have that for us in a moment. Right now, we have Morgan Ahlers to chat with on the Big Rock Power Sports Live line. Morgan, how you doing today, man?
What is going on, Sir Clipper of Brock?
It is a beautiful day.
It really is.
Beautiful day.
Baseball game.
Yeah.
Setting up for middle school dance out here at Chicago right now.
All right. What are we bumping at the middle school dance, Morgan? What are the songs?
Oh, man, we got some Travis Porter. We got some, of course, what's her name? Taylor Kelsey. Or is it going to be Travis Swift? I don't know. It's going to be one of those.
All right. Sounds like a party. What do you got, Will, from earlier today?
Virginia Tech held on to beat Indiana State 10-2.
Okay. Held on, you say?
I would say they took care of them pretty easily.
I think Indiana State scored late. I don't know.
10-2, Virginia Tech a winner, and East Carolina and Kent State will head to the bottom of the third. Another Ethan Norby strikeout, as he is looking good on the diamond. Morgan, we've got football and hoops to talk about with you as well. Let's start with football. Schedule coming out today, and it is a weird one. The Pirates will have no Saturday games in the month of October, and there's a chance that half their games could be played on non-Saturdays, as they've got NC State on a Thursday. BYU potentially could be on a Friday. Army could be on a Thursday. You've got Tulane and Tulsa, which are Thursday games. So you've got a lot of non-Saturday opportunities for the Pirates this year. But anything else stand out to you when you saw the schedule today?
I was jumping for joy for that October schedule.
I hear you. I'm with you, man.
Well, no, because I've got a whole bunch of weddings booked in October. I was like, man.
You're doubling down.
Hey, it works for me. I'm so excited about that. But no, I thought it was a good schedule. It's going to be kind of interesting to see what happens. I got a feeling the hang up with the Army and the BYU games could possibly be, I think Fox does was it a Big Ten game of the week on Friday night?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And that could possibly be a Big Ten game of the week.
No.
I thought. No?
Wait, which one?
Is it BYU?
They're Big 12.
Well, it's a Big 12 game of the week. Somebody plays on Friday.
There's a Big Ten game on Fox, yes. But ESPN also has Friday games, and if BYU is ranked, might want to put them in that Friday spot.
I hope they make their decision quick, though. I got gigs I got to book. Let's go pick it up, TV people.
Will?
FS1 does carry Big 12 games on Friday nights.
I don't know if it's an ESPN or Big 12. Okay.
ESPN carries games on Friday nights
yes.
around the NBA schedule, which I think this game between ECU and BYU is before the NBA gets going. But FS1 carries a Big 12 game on Fridays usually.
And we talked about this earlier, Morgan. East Carolina doesn't control any of this. In fact, I was wondering, do you know, Morgan, for ESPN Plus games, like ECU might have input, but they can't just say we want to play at this time, right? Like, how do the Plus games?
I really don't know. I couldn't tell you the answer to that, Clip. I
know
that if it's an ESPN Plus game, what difference does it make if it's played at 10 in the morning or
right.
9 at night?
Yeah.
I mean, in all honesty, because it's streamed. But, a broadcast game, I can understand that. But as far as an ESPN Plus, maybe that's Justin Bear, Ryan Robinson question, Greg Pierce question, because I couldn't answer that one for you.
Pirates open up with the non-conference State, Campbell, Coastal, BYU, and then conference opener will be against Army at home. A couple of things we highlighted earlier. No Navy on the schedule, which has been a bugaboo for the Pirates. And good to see Memphis back on the schedule. They're always pretty good, but, man, at least when Holt was here, and, in fact, I asked Holton about, like, do you have a rival? He said kind of Memphis, just because the games were so dang good. They all, came down the stretch. A couple went to overtime. That's always a good game, Morgan.
Yeah, it is. Memphis is a really good program. They were really strong for a while, fell down, built themselves back up, and they always play East Carolina tough. And it's always a great game. Was it a 4 overtime game?
Yeah.
I think Holton's last year here, which was pretty incredible. Pirates pulled that one out, and it's fun to watch. It's fun to have some rivalries in college football versus, okay, let's go play, I don't know, XYZ school that's got it's just a money game, and people like to travel to them sometimes. But, I don't know. I like the rivalry aspect of college football. I think it makes it a lot more exciting.
Morgan Ahlers joining us, Big Rock Power Sports Live Line. Morgan, ECU basketball back at home on Sunday, coming off a win. I want to talk about the previous game, but you know what? I'm going to give you a little advice, Morgan, not to tell you how to do your job, but I'm going to tell you how to do your job. Could you maybe do some of this next time R.J. Felton hits a 3? Let's hit this clip from we played earlier this week, Shirley.
Bush, he'll stop and spot for the 3-point shot. Looks good, yeah.
Bush shooting at 50% from the 3-point line tonight.
This guy at Prairie View has the Echo and apparently a soundboard at his disposal when players hit 3-pointers. Can we mix in some of that, Morgan?
Yeah, we've got the sound technologies to do that at East Carolina.
That was crazy. And by the way, there's like a 4-minute supercut of that guy. There's 7 people at the game, and he is just screaming and playing his soundboard.
Now, see, that's the thing. How much of that is pre-recorded and being able to be looped and tracked over?
Right, yeah.
He's doing the three-pointer. He pushes a button, and you're starting to hear all that. I promise you, he's not doing that loud for that long by himself. It's just not. And usually what I do is I try to do the three-point basket and do emphasis on the name versus the shot.
RJ. And, man, did you have a lot to say last home game? That was an offensive explosion for both teams. That was a really fun game to watch, Morgan.
Yeah, it was. I was really excited. And Brian Weingartz at the beginning of the game, I think the Lady Pirates the day before had gone to double overtime and was telling me about it. And I looked at him, I said, "You have just jinxed this game." And, Brian Weingart's commissioner of Greenville Little League.
Yeah.
He's very low-key as it is. He's like, "What do you mean?" I said, "You've just jinked. We're going to overtime." And then we go up a little bit, and then we take the lead early in the second half. He says, "That's the last we're going to take the lead." Then they go on like a 9-point run. I said, "So much for your prediction." And we went to overtime. I said, "This is your fault."
Thank you, Weingartz. But Pirates get the win.
Pirates win.
Yeah, and against a very good offensive team in UTSA. R.J. Felton was red hot in the first half, had some big buckets down the stretch. Man, I love watching Jay Woodard. Have you been told to call him Jay? I like the name Jay Shane, but I guess he wants to go by Jay. Is that the case?
They said at the beginning of the year, call him Jay. So
okay.
Call him.
But, man, he's got his hand on every loose ball. There was one stretch where he had, I think, 2 offensive rebounds and tipped the ball into another offensive rebound, which became a 3-shot possession for ECU. But, I mean, you could talk about a lot of individual performances, but I love watching him play.
Oh, he hustles in that one stretch that you're talking about right there. He had 2 rebounds, a tip ball. He dove on the ball twice on one possession. And, that's just the kind of hustle you got to want. And the whole team's playing like that. Fortunately, we've been making some shots. RJ goes, I think he was 5 for 5 in the first half from 3-point line, something like that. And, played well. And hopefully, you got guys like C.J. Walker, was kind of different. I don't know if Coach Schwartz has talked about it, that, he wasn't in overtime, wasn't in the last 2 or 3 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was frustrated, if he was injured, whatever the case may be, but you're still able to pull it out without him out there. And that was, I think, could really pay dividends for the Pirates as they hit the home stretch and go into the conference tournament.
Morgan Ahlers joining us on the Big Rock Power Sports live line. We'll get to our Q&A with Morgan. Will, think of a question to ask Morgan Ahlers, and Shirley, you as well. It could be about anything. Mine, Morgan, because I forgot to bring it up with you last week. You were interacting on social media with a WWE superstar. What's up? R-Truth. What was that about, Morgan?
Well, he's from Charlotte.
Yeah.
And I've got a couple of friends of mine know him a little bit, and he put a rap video because he's a rapper, and he put one out, and I thought it was pretty good. And I said, this is multi-talented, WWE superstar from Charlotte, North Carolina's own, or something like that. And he liked it and sent me a message. Thanks very much. And I said, we need to get you here for a football game. He said, I'd love it. Let's work it out.
All right. So Morgan Ahlers is going to get R-Truth to Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium.
That would be cool. I mean, he's, to me, and if you watch WWE at all, he's just such a hilarious character. And he's just, he had a tough upbringing. He, battled back from a lot of different things and been wrestling. He's like 52.
I was about to look up his age. It's incredible. He's still doing. He's 53.
Yeah.
And he don't look like it, but he's 53.
Like he's maybe 30-something.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But he's, one of the guys in WWE that, people, they call him a character, and he really is.
Yeah. All right. Will, you got a question for Morgan Ahlers?
Yeah, just being from Charlotte, I've met R-Truth a couple times.
Okay.
At the gym, I've met him in Uptown before. Just one of the nicest people you'll ever meet.
Very cool.
Exactly how he is on TV is how he is in real life. But my question is just like, what got you into PA and DJing? Like, how did that start for you?
DJing when I was 16, I was bouncing at a bar. Drinking age was 18, and I couldn't get in on my nights off. And then I realized pretty quick that the DJs were getting paid more money, not having to break up fights, clean up stuff at the end of the night, take out garbage, and hanging out with the girls all night. I said, I got to learn how to do that.
That's a good answer.
Truth. That's how I got into it. And radio, I started getting in, doing some radio when I was in college, and just have kept doing it ever since. So.
How about how about the PA? What was your first PA gig, Morgan?
High school, probably.
Yeah.
Doing the football game, but then I think it was 1990 that Jimmy Bass, who was here at the time, big guy Matt Maloney had just gotten here. Both of them did, and they were looking to change the sort of the environment of Minji's at the time, and they would talk to myself and Jeff Diamond, who were doing a morning show on a radio station here locally, and I ended up doing the men's games, and he ended up doing the ladies' games for years, and 34 years later, still doing it.
Still here. All right, Shirley, you have a question for DJ Captain Morgan.
Well, since today is such a beautiful day, and it's, kind of reminds me of spring, and whenever I think of spring, I think of beach music. So what's your favorite beach music song?
Oh, wow. I like a lot of them. Foundations, Build Me Up Buttercup, if you're looking for
that's a good one.
Something from one of the local bands. I've always like Ocean Boulevard by the Band of Oz, founded in the Greenville Aden area. We've got a lot of great, the Embers. I love beach music. It's a classic. Faraway places. I like them. I like beach music. I grew up on it. So.
That is a good point, Shirley. That not quite there yet, but on the precipice of beach music season.
Like when you have a sunny day like this and the weather's nice after, the weather tried to kill us last week, it's just, that's the first thing that pops into my head is, it's just about time for beach music.
And here's the perfect song, though, for this time of year, Summertime's Calling Me by the Catalinas.
Yes, good one.
Morgan, good stuff, man. Enjoyed it. Have yourself a fun weekend and have fun at the middle school dance tonight.
Middle school dance tonight, wedding tomorrow. Wedding season has begun.
Yes, sir. All right, Morgan. See you, man.
See you.
There is Morgan Ahlers. All right, now we've got Morgan and Will who can get our truth here to Greenville. So you just met him in passing at the gym, you said?
So yeah, when I was in middle school, so not to out his family business, but his daughter goes to a school in the area. It's an art school. So we've seen him, my best friend is an actor, so we see him at those type of events. But yeah, when we were in middle school, we were playing basketball at the local aquatic center, and he pulled up and played basketball. And so, seeing him on TV as a kid, I was starstruck. But the more and more I started to see him, you kind of realize that he's, just a normal person. He's a really cool guy, one of the nicest people you'll ever meet.
Very cool, very cool. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back, talk some sports with Brian North to set up the sports weekend. We'll do that when we return. Pirate Radio Live on a Friday after this. The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in the NC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kid Scene.
Y'all come get bucked up.
Where do you find the best selection of pre-owned vehicles in Eastern North Carolina? It's DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com is a combination of 4 dealerships in Eastern North Carolina with a fully stocked inventory of over 200 SUVs, trucks, and cars. If you're looking to upgrade your vehicle or purchase for a new driver in the house, get shopping today at DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com, supporting the Pirates for over 47 years. Eastern North Carolina's Bourbon Authority is Greenville's premier American-styled restaurant. The Rick House specializes in handcraft dishes, and our bar features the very best in bourbons like Parker's Heritage, Knob Creek, and Jefferson's.
Join the Rick House for Smokehouse Night featuring ribs, chicken, and brisket every second Friday of the month.
Let the Rick House host your next big event in our 2,000 square foot banquet hall. It's perfect for wedding rehearsals, graduations, and holiday parties. The Rick House, American Provisions and Spirits, 710 Red Banks Road in Greenville.
It's winter sale time at Russell's in downtown Washington. Prices have been reduced on all your favorite men's and women's dress and casual apparel. All ladies' clothing is now 1/2 off, and men's apparel is 25% off. Shop while selection is good and prices are even better. Where it's all about you, our pirate friends and customers at Russell's in downtown Washington. Come see us now before it's all gone.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is proud ECU graduate and former baseball player Brandon Manning inviting you to join my team at Farm Bureau Insurance. Right now is a good time to review your coverage with a local trusted agent like me. I will make myself available before or after business hours, and my clients always have my cell phone number if they need anything. From home, auto, or life, give me a call today and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812 and go Pirates!
Planning a special event, whether it's a baby shower, bridal luncheon, birthday party, or even a tailgate at Clark LeClaire Stadium, Chicken Salad Chick has you covered. Their fan favorite mini croissant platters is just one of many options to choose from, perfect for any occasion. With a variety of chicken salad flavors, there's something for everyone to enjoy. Let us do the work while you enjoy the event. Delicious, fresh, and served with a smile. Chicken Salad Chick Catering. Make every event memorable. Visit chickensaladchick.com to place your catering order. Just remember, you pick it up and we'll have it ready to go. Chicken Salad Chick, where every event is a little bit tastier.
North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the Neuse. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
Pirate Radio, proudly serving the Pirate Nation for over 20 years. We are the voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily. And Doug Henry is easy to find on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive, and always online at DougHenryGreenville.com, right on the corner and always right on the price at Doug Henry of Greenville. And Ron Ayers Motorsports is celebrating 50 years of excellence this year. Since 1975, they've been your go-to for top-tier motorcycles, ATVs, side-by-sides, power equipment, and more. Bike Night and Stunt Show is going to be taking place on March 20th from 6 to 8 p.m. You can get ready for an action-packed evening with jaws-dropping stunts, incredible bikes, and the chance to meet fellow riders. Anita's food truck will be on site with delicious eats, and cold beer will be available for purchase. Stop by their 30,000 square foot store featuring Honda, Suzuki, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Hustler mowers, and steel equipment, all backed by Ron Ayers' 50 years of trusted service. Ron Ayers Motorsports, 50 years of quality, reliability, and adventure. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. The Golden Flashes get a run across in the top of the fourth. It is 1-0 Kent State over ECU. Pirates batting in the bottom of the fourth inning on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard, presented by The Buck.
The Buck.
All right, let's head back out to the Big Rock Power Sports live line. Joining us, Brian North, WCTI 12, to get you ready for your sports weekend. North, how you doing today, man?
What you saying there, Sonny?
Old man North celebrating a birthday this week. And Luke Schwartz did something cool, reached out to some folks, I guess, and I was one of them, and said, hey, drop old Brian North a birthday shout out. And it got me thinking about like how I become to know Brian North. And I knew Brian North before talking to him because of his work at WCTI 12, but I went back and thought about it, Brian, when I first started working here at Pirate Radio. I took over for Josh Spence. He hosted a show called The Locker Room once a week.
Yep.
And they were like, all right, now this is your show. And I was like, cool. What do I do? Who do I? So they were like, I don't know, talk about sports. And he talks to Brian North every week. I was like, all right, Channel 12 guy. Yeah, sure. And I contacted you, got you, kept you on as the weekly guest on that show. And God, time flies, because that was like almost 17 years ago, if my math is right. That's crazy.
You've been doing this 17 years?
I guess so. It was like, I know 07 was the first year I did the pregame, and I was kind of like part-time-ish around then, but yeah. It's here we are.
You might make a career of this yet. That's pretty good.
I don't know, man. This is kind of an entry-level job, still looking for,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm enjoying things here, and I kind of talked about it on that video, North. You've gone through quite a few changes in the last 17 years.
Yeah, 2007, I was running around. My life was sports and having fun, and then made that transformation into more of a family man now. Still love my sports, but don't get to the games like I used to. But that's okay. You evolve as life goes on, just like you've evolved from your time in radio as well, and mostly good changes that both of us have had. And so. Life has been good, but never want to stay the same. Always want to try to get better and improve and expand your horizons and continue to live a life well lived and worthy and memorable and all those great things and not get arrested.
Some keys to life there. One thing I left out of the video I meant to say was my wife begins every day with Brian North on television, and my daughter as well, because I told her I have an Android, recorded the video on an iPhone, my wife's phone, and sent it. And I said, I'm sending this to Luke Schwartz from Channel 12. And my daughter, Lily, said, oh, Schwartz on sports? And I said, yeah, that's the one. So we're a WCTI 12 household. There you go.
Yeah, look, now we love to hear that. Pitt County, we love for Pitt County, and always great to have anybody in Pitt County who loves to watch us. So we're always happy to welcome anybody aboard.
Big sports weekend for East Carolina, and start with basketball, Brian. The Pirates looking for a regular season sweep over the Charlotte 49ers, which I think is a big deal despite Charlotte being down this year. But you think about it, Biff Pogge's 2 wins over Mike Houston. Last year, Pirates get swept by the 49ers. So I like beating these guys, and we were able to do it in Charlotte a couple weekends ago, 75-59, big second half by the Pirates there, and they'll try to do it again this Sunday at noon. Mike Schwartz and his family helping out, purchasing some tickets and selling those for $5, and going to get the students involved. They got a hat giveaway, so trying to get folks excited here late, and really I think too trying to honor the seniors, for the most part, R.J. Felton, just for his blood, sweat, and tears here at ECU.
And look, what's their record right now? They had a winning record last I checked. What is it as of today?
East Carolina, I believe, is guaranteed a winning record. They're 16-12. They will not have a losing record because they have 3 games left and at least 1 conference tournament game. So 16-12, 8-7 in league play.
All right, so you get that win, you guarantee your first winning season in 13 years? And there hasn't been a whole lot of winning seasons in ECU basketball history. And so, look, that's just a huge accomplishment, too, when you're trying to build a program, especially in this crazy portal days and NIL days. So give Michael Schwartz credit, because it's been an up-and-down year, but we see progress with winning on the road and just having a winning record, man. I can't tell you, 13 years is a long time in college basketball to go with non-winning seasons. So good for them. And look, Charlotte has also caused some problems in baseball through the years. So no, beating an in-state team like that is, Charlotte, bigger city, all those things that come along with it. No, you take those wins whenever you can get it. So if you can get a season sweep, you go ahead and take that thing because that would be another good sign and litmus test for these Pirates.
2 home games left for East Carolina, Charlotte on Sunday, and then they'll take on Tulane next week. Corey Glore will be back in town as he'll be on the call for that. And then Pirates end up on the road at FAU, then off to the tournament right now. I think tied for 5th after last night's standings, Brian. So East Carolina still an outside shot to get a bye and get that 4 seed, but they're going to be kind of middle of the pack here in the American. As you said, a winning record. Man, a conference winning record would look really good if they could do that here these last few games. So that's what's going on the men's basketball side of things. Baseball, special weekend, Keith LeClaire Classic. Always fun, Brian, to get different teams in. I talked to Danny Beal yesterday and said, do you like the traditional 3-game series, or do you like having teams, different teams every day to play on a weekend? And he likes this because, if you're East Carolina, your goal is postseason. Your goal is to host a regional, and this is kind of a mini regional feel with the different teams in and everything. So he likes it, and the fans like it as well, and plus everything the number 23 means.
Well, and I think it's different just because it is different, because you always have the 3-game series. So it's nice to shake it up every now and then. And it's always great to honor Coach LeClaire. He'll have his family will be in town. At least some of them will be in the honorary first pitch that they like to throw out. And the 23 jerseys. It's always great to remind people, because as we go further in life with more technology, it feels like our memories keep getting shorter and shorter. And so it's nice to honor history and legacy. Coach LeClaire was not the head coach for that long, 97 to 2002, when he started dealing with Lou Gehrig's disease and had to step down because of that. But what he established in that short period of time, that's the mark of a human being, right? It's the old gravestone. It's not your birth date. It's not your death date. It's the dash in the middle of what you do. And Coach LeClaire's dash, the life cut way too short, but that dash is huge. Today would have been his 59th birthday. And so it's great to remember what he did, what he stood for, and all those things. And I love that they do this tournament every year so we can always talk about him and talk about his impact every year.
No doubt about it. East Carolina will be honoring him and the LeClaire family this weekend at Clark LeClaire Stadium. Also going on this weekend, East Carolina women's hoops will be on the road coming up at South Florida. They're coming off a road win at FAU on Wednesday night as they play out the stretch here and get ready for the AAC tournament, where Kim McNeil's teams have had success in the past. So we'll see if they can flip that switch again, Brian. It'd be nice to go on a run there. Shane Winkler's Pirates are off to a 9-5 start. They will be on the road coming up and playing today against Clemson, Lafayette on Saturday, Indiana on Saturday as well in the Tiger Invitational. So one thing about this softball team, they are playing big-time opponents. Already played, Virginia, South Carolina, ranked Boston. They played Boston College. They've got Clemson, Michigan coming up next week at Clark LeClaire Stadium. That's pretty cool. So Shane Winkler said, all right, we're established enough now. We had a good enough non-conference and regular season last year that we need to get some good teams on this schedule and see if we can do making that large in the tournament. But they are challenging themselves this year.
My Buc-ee's buddy, Shane Winkler. Yeah, look what he's done in the past and where he's built programs. He's always been, let's not back down. Let's take on the best so we know how to get there. And I've loved what he's done so far with that kind of attitude, his recruiting. They play a fun style as well. So very impressed with what he's done in his couple of years at ECU. And stack that schedule. Let's find out how good you are and pick up some wins. We'll help with RPI. We'll help with getting an at-large bid if you don't win your tournament. So, no, his blueprint for what he wants to get done there has been coming to fruition.
Brian North joining us, Big Rock Power Sports Live Line. Also this weekend, looking at the ACC, you've got North Carolina hosting Miami. They'll be big favorites in that. Tar Heels 18-11, 11-6. I think Joe Lunardi had him as his last team in. the tournament, the most recent bracketology on ESPN. Brian, we've been talking a lot of this year about, hey, how hot is Hubert Davis's seat? What we didn't know was he apparently signed an extension before the season, keeping him there till 2030. So I guess all the hot seat talk, and we know these contracts can be ripped up at the blink of an eye, but it appears that seat is a lot less hot than maybe we thought.
And I have no problem with that, with what he's done there. And he's a Tar Heel, and he loves the university. And it's just, I don't know if we can tell with anybody now in this portal age and NIL, consistency is going to be really hard. And with players moving all the time, and you're just going to miss on some years. And I think the way he runs the program, he has been able to relate to the players. I listen to the players' interviews, and when they talk about Hubert, they talk pretty glowingly about him. Maybe not in a bombastic kind of way, but they certainly respect him, respect what he's done in his career, respect the work that he puts in, and that's all I really need to hear a lot of times. They're in close games. It's not like they were getting blown out early on. They played a really tough schedule, and so, no, I have no problem with that. Hubert may not be the big personality or the aw shucks Roy Williams personality that people like, but I think he is perfect for that university and what they want in that basketball program right now. If he could win a championship or two, that would certainly help his case. I don't know if they'll have that this year. If they're starting to get hot right now, so maybe they'll find that rhythm. But look, I've never had a problem with Hubert Davis. I think he treats everybody pretty well. He's recruited pretty well. He's been to a Final Four. Good for him. He should be rewarded. Let's not get too up or down here with too many wins or losses in a row in a short period of time.
On the year-to-year conversation, Brian, I saw a discussion going on amongst Pirate fans about, would you want a CBI, CIT, whatever else is out there other than the NCAA tournament and NIT, and basically the pay and you can play type of tournaments at the end of the year. And some people said, no, let's no need to spend money on that. Let's go ahead and move on to next season, see what we can attack in the portal, while others said, yes, let's honor R.J. Felton and the winning season and that kind of stuff and build for next year, like build some momentum. My question on that is, like, what kind of momentum are you building? Are you building it with the current roster? Because we don't know who's going to be here from the current roster next year. So for that reason, I kind of say don't play that postseason tournament if you have the option, and just go ahead and try to look ahead to next year. Because again, if I knew for a fact that Jay Shane and all the young guys would be coming back and kind of building for another year, then maybe I'd be more inclined to say let's play more basketball. But not knowing what next year is going to look like, I say, all right, let's tie a bow on this season and see what we got next year.
I think it all depends on team chemistry and if the team likes playing together, and is it miserable, or does this group want to play more? As an athlete, I would want to play as many games as possible. And then if you're thinking of it from a portal standpoint, the more games you can play, the more exposure you have, the more your name gets out there, the more teams you see, the more programs see you that know that you exist. I don't think it's ever bad to get exposure unless you are playing such a poor brand of basketball or have such a poor representation of your university with attitude or issues. I'm always about the more the better. There's no such thing as bad publicity. So, well,
I don't think. I think from your first point, Brian, I think this team does like playing together. I think that's evident in the fact that, and they're not just going to quit. And I hear a lot of people say, "Hey, this team's fighting and whatever." Yeah, but they've kind of turned this thing around from some bad losses to what they're doing. I will ask you this though, Brian: how much exposure is the CBI getting? Like, who's keeping tabs on that?
So it's when they play. Are they playing off nights from the tournament? I think it depends on the schedule. I like CIT better than I like CBI. CBI is like a 2-day tournament, a whole bunch of games. I think maybe you get a little lost there. But if you win it, you're getting a blurb somewhere, right? ESPN for half a second, or their bottom line or something.
Well, Maurice Kemp had a permanent spot on the top 10 list during that run with his dunks. He was on SportsCenter every night during the CIT.
Right.
Yeah.
So look, it's all, you never know. And I think, what's the old saying? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Well, you can't win any games that you don't play, and you can't get on any highlight shows if you're not playing. So to me, I think there's more advantages than disadvantages. But again, there might be deeper numbers I don't know about. But I'm more of a play. If they're going to let you play kind of guy.
Brian North joining us. Used to talk NASCAR with North. Don't do it as much, but no problem, Brian. I got my new NASCAR guy that complains about everything, and that is Mac McCarthy. He's complaining this week about a road course. He cannot wait to get to Martinsville. Although he said Phoenix, Las Vegas, he can deal with those. But he's dying to get to Martinsville, Darlington, Bristol, coming up late March, early April, and get away from, I guess, the super speedways and the road courses and stuff.
Yeah. Look, am I a big fan of these half road courses or rovals or full road courses? They don't make me want to watch anymore. In fact, I think road course racing is a little boring because you can't get the passing in there. Yeah. But it's nice to have a different style. But look, Coach McCarthy and I were old school guys, and sometimes change is hard when you have something that you like. If you liked racing in the 90s and early 2000s, then yeah, this is not the racing that you're going to see. It's not the personalities, but NASCAR execs are getting paid big bucks to try and come up with some of these solutions. So if we have to suffer through another road course race in Austin, Texas, which has no racing history, then okay, I guess so. But I'm kind of like Coach Mack. I pay attention to the old school tracks and the big events more than I pay attention to these newer tracks now.
All right, I think I might ask this one on Sports Trivia one night. I'm going to ask you right now, Brian. Can you name the 6 channels, not necessarily networks because there are subsets of networks, but can you name the 6 channels that, I don't even know if channels is the right word, 6 places you can watch NASCAR on your television this season? Do you think you can name them all?
Fox Sports South.
Or Fox Sports 1. Yeah, I'll count that.
Fox Sports 1, yeah. NBC.
Okay.
NBC Sports Channel.
No. But there's all right, there's 3 left. So I'll give you USA Network, TNT, and then there's a streaming service that will have 5 races.
Right. And I was trying to think which one it was. It's not Netflix. It's what is it?
Prime Video will have. So there you go. Talk about old school fans. They're not going to know what the hell to do with that one.
Oh, my God, no. But it's brilliant for these organizations that you're going to make these old school NASCAR fans who don't want to have to do it. But it's like the NFL did, right? It wasn't NFL games on video. So if you really want to see it, you'll go get it.
Yeah. And I did see that I think they're offering more like qualifying and stuff on streaming. So if you're really into it, you can kind of see it all now, I believe, which maybe fans will dive into. So, all right. North, how did you, I always ask, like, you celebrating your daughter's birthdays and everything. How did the family honor the king of the castle, Brian North, this week?
Well, let's see. I got home. The kids brought me 2 presents. A back massager that they then played with themselves for about 2 hours. I never got the massage. And a green truck, remote control monster truck, green, which green apparently is my favorite color. It was never my favorite color, but I've been told the last few years it is.
It's been forced upon you, I guess?
Yeah. And I have yet to get to play with it because they played with that too. My birthday, there was no birthday cake. I got a birthday cupcake, and I didn't get a candle. We found an old 4th of July leftover sparkler that we put in. So that's where I rank as far as planning a birthday celebration to go in my household.
But everybody's healthy, and it sounds like the girls were happy, so that's a good birthday, right?
Look, it was a great time. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yes, sir.
I'm not big on my birthday, but the kids, they had a great time, and that's I care more about that than celebrating some old man. I got to teach them what double nickel means. That's the only cool.
Double nickel. There you go.
About money and doubling your money.
North, good stuff, man. Have a great weekend, and we'll reconvene with you next week.
All right, Clipper, sounds good.
There is Brian North joining us today on Pirate Radio Live, celebrating a birthday this week. Busy week for birthdays. Here with our fun regulars on Pirate Radio, including Bryce Williams, B-Man, Brandon Manning, Brian North. Let's take a break. We'll come back, have more for you. Pirates with a lead and a runner on base. Pirates scored 2 in the 4th. They're up 2-1, and we got a Boucher single
to lead off the 5th inning. We'll have more on that game when we return. Pirate Radio Live, back with you after this.
Cold weather is here, and some families in our area need help to stay warm. Greenville Utilities' Neighbor to Neighbor program provides help for those who need temporary assistance with their heating costs. You can make a difference. Your tax-deductible donation can be added to your GUC bill each month, or you can make a one-time donation. And GUC matches all donations up to $20,000 each year. Consider helping a neighbor stay warm this winter with GUC's Neighbor to Neighbor program. For more information, call 752-7166 or visit GUC.com.
Winter is here, but Stroud's Marine in Greenville is still your go-to spot for your boat projects and repairs. Now's the perfect time to get your boat ready for when the warm weather comes. Don't wait till spring. They've got you covered with outboard parts at great prices. Plus, they're running clearance sales on select items, so you can get ready for next season without breaking the bank. Stay up to date with the latest deals, parts, and promotions by following them on social media. Stop by the shop at 865 Rivet Street in Greenville. For more information, head to StroudsMarine.com. Strauds Marine, your best source for salvaged outboard parts.
This is proud ECU alumni David Price of David Price Construction. As a leading general contracting firm, we specialize in commercial construction and renovation. Whether it's updating your office space, renovating your restaurant, or building a new retail store, our team at David Price Construction is ready to assist. We are committed to delivering quality, value, and customer satisfaction across all of our projects. So give us a call at 919-820-3612 or find us online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, be sure to have the best and comfortable shoes with a stop at Fleet Feet. This is ECU alum Chris Lunyon, owner of Fleet Feet of Greenville, and we provide solutions through one-on-one service to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Come visit us at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet, we run for you.
What's even better than going to Jimmy John's? The great taste of Jimmy John's coming to you. Check out their convenient catering bundle, including a 12-pack of half sandwiches made with fresh baked bread, hand-sliced meats, and fresh veggies, plus 2 premium sides, 15 chips, and 15 desserts, all for one great price. You can also choose an a la carte option. Pick it up, or they'll set it up for you. And don't forget Jimmy John's loyalty app with a free sandwich after your first visit. Jimmy John's in Greenville and Wilson, and online at jimmyjohns.com.
This is Brian Harris with 360 Golf Carts, Pitt County's go-to shop for all things golf carts. We have E-Z-Go, club car, and utility carts to choose from. Whether it's for the beach, riding around the neighborhood, or working in the yard, 360 Golf Carts has the perfect ride for you. If you have issues with your current cart, take it by my shop for an expert's diagnosis. From parts to sales to service, we have you covered. We will even deliver right to you. So come see me, Brian Harris, on Highway 43, just past D.H. Conley High School. 360 Golf Carts, Pirates supporting Pirates.
Tired of the same old gym routine? Rebel Fitness is here to change the game. Whether you're throwing punches, kicking it in kickboxing, or mastering MMA, we bring the heat with specialized group classes that make fitness feel like a fight you actually want to win. At Rebel Fitness, we're not just about lifting weights, we're about lifting spirits. Join a community of badasses who are rebelling against the norm and crushing their fitness goals. Sweat, lift, move, fuel, fight for a healthier, happier you. Rebel Fitness, where fitness meets fun. Join the movement today. Visit us at 3700 Charles Boulevard or visit rebelfitnessnc.com.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Parker Bird with some exciting news about Shimmer Boutique. The new website is live and all orders over $100 will receive free shipping. Go to shimmerboutiqueonline.com and get shopping today. Shimmer is the boutique for everyone and carries all the top brands from Kendra Scott, Yeti, Local Boy, Pimp Shrimp, Simply Southern, and more. Shimmer in Greenville, Winterville, Jacksonville, and shimmerboutiqueonline.com. Go Pirates.
What up, what up, what up? This is your man Petey Pablo again with the Pirates, hanging out with that Pirate Nation. We got that patches over the eyes, and we can see everything. Talk to you when I talk to you. You know what I'm talking about? If you don't know what I'm talking about, you don't know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about? Pirate Radio, baby.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. University PC Care has been Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006, and they are the local tech support experts for any business need. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of your business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. And now we will head back into PRL, and I guess, Cliff, you saw the same play I was looking at, which is, oh, yeah, he's totally safe. East Carolina puts another couple runs on the board. I believe it's 6-1 now, or is it 7-1? 4-1. Jeez,
Getting a little ahead of your skis there, Shirley.
It is 4-1. Why did I think it was?
Because you've seen the same replay of a guy sliding into home four times.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
I love, it looks like a movie. When a throw comes into a catcher, he receives the ball, guy slides away from the tag. So it's just a beautiful sports play.
It is.
What's the most beautiful play in sports? Let's talk about it.
Someone standing in front of someone barreling down the lane and taking a charge. It's my favorite play.
Oh, my God.
In the heat of a game, like a really close game, a tight game.
Yeah. Doing PA in high school, whenever that would happen in a big game, it was the biggest release of energy as a PA announcer, because you can't be biased, but you can get hype. I mean, I guess it is biased now that I think about it, but you can get hype, and that was always more hype than other moments.
There is a legit reason to take charges, and those are good, selfless plays by a player, but the flopping and stuff has almost, it's just, and it's been going on for decades, but thanks to Mike Krzyzewski, I blame him, and Duke.
And Shane Battier?
Yes. But it's almost devalued the charge for me because there's so much fake flopping on charges.
Luckily, I think the rules are such now where that used to be the case.
You think it's getting better?
But I think it's getting better now because it's especially in the NBA, it's more about positioning and where your feet moving. If your feet are moving and you flop, it's not an offensive foul. It's on you. So I think they've done better in recent years at policing flopping, and now you get warnings for it.
Now, as an outfielder, for me, one of the greatest plays is either catching a ball over the fence,
so
robbing a home run,
those are beautiful,
or just laying out and going after a ball and diving.
Yeah.
I just love those plays because you're giving up your body. You know it's going to hurt when you land, and you're still going after that ball. And to me, as someone who played outfield and has done both, there's no greater rush for me.
This involves laying out and diving. I love a pylon tap, or either just inside the pylon, guys running for the end zone.
Oh, yeah.
Defenders running at him. And the only way he's going to score is to get that ball off the pylon or just inside. So give me that for a beautiful play, or a great Chris Carter sideline tiptoes catch.
Oh, yeah, those tiptoe catches are beautiful.
Ohio State legend.
We recreated those in the front yard and killed my mom's shrubs just doing sideline catches and falling into the hedges
now,
or whatever.
I'll tell you someone who I wouldn't say he perfected it or anything like that, but I did enjoy watching him do it, and that was Zay Jones. He had some really, really good, tiptoe catches on the sidelines and in the end zone in the NFL, and I wish he would do more of that. Hopefully, he will be able to do it next season, but I did enjoy those because, you're right. Those are precision plays, and it takes so much concentration and athletic ability that I do not have to do that. So, I can agree with you on that one.
It's not on my most beautiful list, but plays I enjoy watching also. Special teams crew keeping the ball out of the end zone, down in at the one.
Oh, yeah.
Those are cinematic.
Yeah, love those.
And then there's the, I guess you could say the sadistic side of me. When someone gets trucked like really hard, when they get decleated, I love it. I just can't get enough of it.
Yeah, that's a different category, and in that category too, which again is a little sadistic, but outfielders running into each other.
Oh no! Well,
or running into the wall.
As an outfielder, I hate that.
It's terrible, and there's a lot of injuries, but there's something about watching it that.
Look, I made the mistake of playing in a church softball game once, and I called the ball, and the guy that was playing next to me, who was not normally the guy that played next to me, but he was just filling in, and he came across right in front of me, but it was just enough to distract me from the ball. And thankfully I caught it, but I absolutely dog cussed him out in the outfield and forgot that I was at a church softball game and probably embarrassed myself. But I was so upset with him because he, that's a dangerous place. Someone can get really, really hurt doing that. And so I let him know that I was not pleased in not so many words and basically told him to go on about his way. But, I can't watch those types of collisions. Baseball collisions, I can't watch them. They just, because I know what they feel like, and I just, I can't do it. But in football, if somebody gets decleated, I am like up on my feet screaming at my TV and, just total rush.
Can I send us the break on a song, Shirley?
Sure.
In honor? Let's go. Church League softball fist fight as we go to break. We'll be back after this.
Getting washed in the blood on a Tuesday night. What would Jesus do? Lord, he wouldn't do that. Knock hell out of a preacher with the softball bat.
Yes!
Swinging shepherds from the sheep of the Savior were tied with the Sourwood Church of Christ. An example of some highly unholy behavior in a game that had already been protested twice. Something unbiblical must have been said for them to be aiming heat at a minister's head. Clocking the clergy ain't the thing to do, but neither's the high hard one on a 0-2.
Yes!
Church League softball fist fight. A bloody laying on of hands neath the left field lights, knocking out 4 teeth, getting a busted lip. Ain't exactly my idea of Christian fellowship.
So true, but I love it.
Church League softball fist fight. Rolling around the pitcher's mound, it just don't look right for nice people from the church and the Sunday school class to trade the cup of brotherhood for a can of whoop ass.
Tim Wilson.
Love it. We'll be right back.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
This is Dr. Andrew Bridgeforth from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For experienced professional care, call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
Pirate fans, 2025 East Carolina football season tickets are on sale now and can be purchased for as little as $115. Head coach Blake Harrell wants you to be a part of his first full season as the Pirate coach as he builds momentum off of the 8-win season and the Military Bowl win over North Carolina State. Call 1-800-DIAL-ECU or go to ECUPirates.com today to get your 2025 season tickets.
At Children's Health Services, we understand the importance of your child's well-being. This is Dr. Chris Osmick, and our mission is to provide comprehensive, patient-centered health care through every stage of child development, starting the day they are born in the hospital. We are not just here to treat illnesses. We are here to partner with you on your child's health journey. Schedule your appointment today to build a brighter, healthier world for your children. Children's Health Services, Arlington Boulevard, Greenville, or soon to be our second location on 10th Street. Go Pirates!
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
Ron Ayers Motorsports invites you to an unforgettable bike night and stunt show on March 20th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Get ready for an action-packed evening with jaw-dropping stunts, incredible bikes, and the chance to meet fellow riders. Hungry? Anita's food truck will be on site with delicious eats, and cold beer will be available for purchase. Since 1975, Ron Ayers has been your go-to for top-tier motorcycles, ATVs, side-by-sides, power equipment, and more. It's all happening at Ron Ayers Motorsports, your home for everything motorsports for 50 years and counting. Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11 north of the airport in Greenville.
Craving a delicious burger and a great deal? Then head on over to Bad Daddy's Burger Bar in Greenville. Every Monday, shake things up with $5 hand-shaking cocktails. On Rough Draft Tuesday, enjoy Talls for Smalls, where bigger drinks are the same price as the smalls. It's Whiny Wednesday with $3 pours of barefoot wine. Then on Salty Thursdays, sip on a $4 house margarita. And don't miss Bloody Sunday. Enjoy brunch and $5 house Bloody Marys.
And this just in at Bad Daddy's, mention Pirate Radio for 15% off your meal.
Bad Daddy's Burger Bar. Great food, amazing deals, and a whole lot of flavor.
At a theme park, you might have to choose between a great deal or the best experience.
Wow, total access is expensive.
But with U.S. Cellular Prepaid, getting a great deal doesn't mean sacrificing a great experience. U.S. Cellular has no hidden fees or gimmicks, and now you can get a Samsung Galaxy A16 5G for free. U.S. Cellular Prepaid. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular since 1997. Visit AtlanticWireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
This is Clip Brock, host of PRL, every weekday at 3, right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. It was a good day for the stock market today to close out the week. The Dow was up 601 points at 43,840. The NASDAQ was ahead 302 points at 18,847. And the S&P was up 92 at 5,954. That is your Wells Fargo Advisors Stock Market Report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now, back to Clip.
All right, wrapping it up here on a Friday. Thank you, as always, to Shirley Rhodes and Young Will, Billy Flows, Bill F. Thanks for hanging out with us here on a Friday. As we leave you, Pirates up 4-1. Next time we talk to you live, they'll have 3 games in the books for this weekend's Keith LeClaire Classic. We will talk to you Monday, 3 o'clock, all new edition of Pirate Radio Live. For the crew, I am Clip Rock. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and